You're becoming a veteran, man.
Yeah, right? It's awesome. This time it's about the book. When I said I was going to be writing it, I wrote it, and got a lot off my chest. I feel like a different man.
It's called This Is Gonna Hurt, right?
Yeah, it hurt. But let me tell you, it was a little therapy that I was able to release to all my fans.
That's pretty cool.
For sure.
So excited to, sort of get inside the book with Howard and...
Yeah, there's a lot of things in the book that, I let go, and I look at it as a positive chapter in my life to turn to the next chapter. With my parents and everything. My mother did a lot for me, give me a second chance in life, and in the book it talks about it. Been through a lot of horrible things, and there was 3 choices: dead, in prison, or where I am right now. I'm at Howard Stern, so I guess I've been doing pretty damn good. So I guess I did make the right decision.
Cool, man. We'll see you inside in a few minutes.
Awesome.
Tito Ortiz is here. He dates Jenna Jameson. He is a UFC fighter, you call that? Ultimate Fighting Champion, right?
Yes, sir.
But I think he's sick of the UFC. He doesn't get paid enough money.
I don't think he likes the management anymore.
No. Look at this guy.
He's businessman today.
He's bigger than ever.
Suit.
You look like a businessman.
Yeah.
What's going on with you? You're like businessman Tito Ortiz.
All right, well, I do own a clothing company, Punishment Athletics, so,
Is this one of your suits?
Yes.
Let me see. Stand up. Let me take a look. Model this. And what's on the tie?
Punishment.
Wow. You look good.
Nice, huh? Thank you.
You designed that
bro.
suit? Or you just pay someone to design that?
Both.
How you doing, man?
Really good, man. Really good.
So you're quitting UFC. Is that suicide, career suicide? Or
No, I'm not quitting. I'm just moving on to a bigger and better company, I guess you can say.
Is that the one that's doing the CBS television fights?
Possibly. That's one of those ones that no one knows the information yet.
Your point about fighting is that you guys are pulling in the kind of numbers boxing used to do on pay-per-view.
Yes.
And then when it gets time to be paid, the fighters get very little percentage of the money.
Probably about 3%, maybe, if we're lucky.
Your point is that Mike Tyson used to go on pay-per-view and make, I don't know, how many
20,
millions?
25, 30 million.
And you're not looking for 30 million,
No,
but you're
I'm
saying
just
if I
looking
can...
for a fair cut,
If you can generate 30 million, maybe you'll get 10 of it.
Exactly.
So what do you think the average... now that Ultimate Fighting is even more popular than boxing, I would say, and you're one of its biggest stars, how much do you think you should be getting per fight?
It ranges. A percentage of 10 to 20 to 30%. Just a fair share is what it what it deserved. I think.
What'd you get paid for on your last fight?
$210,000.
$210.
Yes.
And the guy you fought got $210?
No, I think he made maybe $25,000. I'm not 100% sure.
$25,000. And how much do you think the fight generated?
I don't know. Hopefully we hit 1 million pay-per-view buys. I'm hoping.
1 million pay-per-view buys. So how much does it cost for a special? About
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
And if there's 1 million buys, I'm going to do some quick math. Give me a second.
Go ahead. It's not that hard.
Now, I know 5 and 0 is 50.
Oh,
okay,
Howard,
we start with
this
that.
is really
50
easy.
times $1 million. That's $50 million.
Good
wow,
for you.
That's pretty
All right,
good,
so it took me a
Howard?
minute. I mean, who wouldn't have to think about it? You don't want to get the wrong answer.
Yeah.
So you're saying in a fight that generated $50 million, you got paid $200,000.
Yes. We get a little piece of pay-per-view, but that's just hoping that we do 1 million pay-per-view buys.
So then you
take a
go
chance.
on the air and you're not afraid of any man, and you go on and you talk about your boss, that guy, what's his name, Dana?
I don't remember his name. I really don't.
He's at the point of not even mentioning the guy's name.
Yeah.
Are you guys involved in a lawsuit or something?
No, not at all. I'm continuing a different chapter of my life, and
Wow, you won't even
He's
mention the guy's
erased
name.
him.
Yeah.
You're gonna
No,
pretend you don't remember this guy's name.
Yeah, no, he's Howard. I mean, when you used to be at your old radio station, you didn't like the people you worked with either. So that's
Right.
why you're to a bigger and better place, like Sirius.
Right.
Who
That's
did
why
you
I'm
used
going-
to work for? You don't know.
I don't remember their name.
Exactly, same thing. I'm in the same situation.
No, I used to work for, Viacom. And
Right.
I understand that. Listen.
And you spoke out. You spoke your mind, and I'm speaking my mind, and I'm in the same situation.
So are you considered a troublemaker in your industry?
Of course.
You are.
Yeah, if you don't go with the company, you're against the company.
What company are you with now?
I'm with the Tito Ortiz company.
Good idea. In other
Yes.
words, what you're saying is, if you choose to fight someone, maybe set up your own pay-per-view.
I'll be doing my own promotions, and I'll be co-promoting with possibly some other companies that have already started their businesses.
Well, who are you going to fight? That's the question, yeah.
We got to find the toughest guy possible. I don't know,
Who is the
this-
toughest guy around beside yourself?
There's There's a bunch of guys who are very tough, you know. You got to look at the ones who are going to sell the most tickets.
You ever lose to anyone?
Of course. Actually, I just lost 2 weeks ago, Howard. I lost a decision to a guy who ran away from me. If anybody got to see the match, he ran away from me for 3 rounds. And
you lost the decision. Do you think it was because the guys who you work for?
100%.
You do?
They put me against a guy who would run away from me and try to pick points. And anybody watched the fight, I came to fight. I tried to press the fight. There's a few times I was like, come on, man. Stop pussing out. Let's fight.
What's the best way to fight a man? Let's say I'm in the street. I've got to fight a guy. What's the most damage I can do? Sock him?
The best way
Chuck Zito told me to punch a guy in the jaw here, and you'll knock him out.
Yeah, I usually talk my way out of it. I'm like, hey,
on the street, you talk.
Yeah,
but give
you
advice
have to.
Pussies
well,
like
all of
me.
a sudden, someone pulls a gun on you. You'd be pulling Matrix and stuff and be dodging bullets.
Yeah,
I don't know that move yet.
But a pussy guy like me, I get one shot at this. What's the best thing I could do in a street fight?
Talk your way out of it.
Talk my way out of it.
Of course.
Oh, boy, that always
See, you
works.
got the
Yeah,
best
it
weapon
does.
already.
Well,
Yeah.
the best thing is just kill the anger right off the bat and go be positive and try to reinforce good nature around it, and you'll solve it right there.
After your last fight, you were not allowed to do a press conference after the fight. Why is that?
I thought we lived in the United States of America, right?
Yeah, we do live in the United States of America.
I thought so last time I looked, and I walked up and they're like, you can't come in. I mean, you can't come in.
Who told you can't come in?
One of the ladies who work for the UFC. And
because you're a troublemaker.
No, I'm not a troublemaker. I speak my mind, and I'm not going to hold anything back. She's like, you can't come in here. I'm like, well, you better call security, because last time I looked, this is United States of America. Went and sat down, and they'd done everything in their power trying to not let me be in there.
Who's going to be able to stop? A woman stopped you from getting up there and making your
She tried to.
press conference, but you did get up.
Yeah, I went and sat down, and I was like, you guys got to call security because I'm not leaving. I've been to, in the last 11 years, over 25 press conferences after my fights, and you guys are not going to let me be in this press conference? Get security.
At the press conference, did you say, I feel I won the fight and that I was given this decision because of my business relationship with the UFC?
I didn't go that far. I'm not looking for excuses. I lost the fight, plain and simple. The guy ran away from me the whole time. I tried to, conflict with him and, get a fight going. That's what we came there to entertain the fans who watched the fight. And it didn't come down to that. He ran away, picked his points, and when he scored on me is when I was out of position.
All right, fair enough. You're a brave man to get in the ring with anyone.
Thank you so much.
You, of course, everyone knows you bang Jenna Jameson on a regular basis.
It's my woman, Howard.
That is your woman?
Yes, sir.
You are not going to get married to her?
Nah, we don't need to get married. No extra pressure.
She says she wants to have children, though.
Yes, we are working on that.
You are?
Yes.
Why is there a delay?
Currently working on it.
Why is there a delay?
Yes.
Well, this last year we've been very, very busy. So this
Too
coming
busy
up
to
here,
bang?
No, that's every day. Come on,
Right.
Howard.
You bang her every day without a rubber?
Of course.
Okay, and you blow your load inside of her. I take it, right?
Crazy,
Right, you don't
Howard.
pull out. Do you pull out? You do
I don't
not.
know. Do you pull out?
No, I wear a rubber because I don't want to get my woman pregnant. I don't want more kids. I've had 3 kids. Now, you're in a different situation.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is when you're actively trying, you're a man's man, that full load, I know you must have a huge load, a big set of
That's
balls.
what she said, yeah.
And you have not impregnated her yet. I would think a man of your stature, a man of your prowess, would have impregnated her on the first try.
Right.
Much as I did when I had my children.
Right.
Now,
We will. We're working.
Is it your problem or Jenna's?
I don't think it's either of our problem. It's just there's a time for God to put us in the right position at the right time.
So you blame God?
I don't blame God. I don't blame God for
Are
anything.
you doing the things like taking the temperature every day so you know?
We haven't got to that
fertile?
point yet.
I'll
Right
take
now,
her
it's more of
temperature.
it's a fun loving, as you could say.
I see.
Right,
Yes.
you haven't taken her temperature yet.
Yeah, no,
Believe me,
we're good.
that can be fun too.
Yeah, right.
If you can't conceive, will you adopt?
I think the next step after that is going having someone else possibly having a kid for us.
Surrogate.
Yes, possibly. You never
What
know.
about Robin? It's your
I'm
surrogate.
not a surrogate.
Robin, you actually look great. You lost a
Thank
lot of
you.
weight. You
Thank
look
you very
very,
much.
very good. I'm
Now-
very proud of you.
You made
you.
made a statement recently
Yes, sir.
that you and Jenna are now investigating Scientology.
That was you always got to find interest to something, I mean, as a kid growing up, I looked at Mormons, Christianity, Lutherans. I did through all that.
Why are you and Jenna Jameson investigating Scientology? You
No,
told me
it's-
you'd come back here and tell me what you found in your investigation.
I found it's a little bit of everything that people believe in.
Yeah. So you're not a Scientologist?
No.
Are you thinking of becoming a Scientologist?
Maybe, I don't know.
Possibly.
Wow.
Wow. E-meters, a whole thing.
Yeah, have you
No,
done
not that much. That's a little too much intense to
What
it.
do you mean?
Yeah, it's a little too intense. I know. You know what? I believe in just being a good man, and treating people with respect and help others around you, and I think God put us on this planet for that reason.
Tito, you've written an explosive new book.
Yes,
it is
I was
called,
working on it last time I was on here with you.
It's called This Is Gonna Hurt. It's in stores now. I'll tell you about Tito's book signing. I know a lot of fans want to go out and say hi to Tito.
Sure.
Is Jen in town with you for the book signing?
Yes, she is.
Will she show up to the book signing?
I I think she will.
And what would she wear to the book signing? Will she wear panties?
Of course.
She's a wild girl.
Yeah, she's calmed down a whole bunch. She's a different woman. Oh, she's a totally different girl.
Why, in God's name, do you address this in the book? Why did you wait a month to bang Jenna Jameson? Explain
respect
that.
Value.
Respect.
It's respect value.
It's a woman who enjoys sexuality. You can respect a woman and bang her on the first night.
Yeah, but it's a big difference, man.
He wanted to be different.
Different.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
That's what they say every day, I guess. I don't know.
I never want to be different.
No, with me, it's a big respect value, and I respect her a whole bunch.
Did she think you were gay because you did not have sex with her?
I hope not. Jeez.
It probably made her crazy.
I'd be the toughest gay guy in the world, that's for sure. Wow.
Why, you don't think there are any gay men in the UFC?
Of course there is. I think that one guy who I don't like might be gay. Oh, wait, he's married. My bad.
There you go. So you're wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you say in your book, too, you cheated on your first wife.
Yes.
You did. You admitted that.
Yes.
That's not an easy thing to admit.
It was, when I wrote this book, the reason was I had a lot of skeletons in the closet, a lot of built up aggression towards my parents, and it was time for me to get my therapy out.
Why the aggression to the parents?
Because, at a young age, from the age of 6 to about 13, seeing them using heroin and being around gangs and the stuff that I got subdued to at a very young age, I shouldn't have been there, and I had a lot of anger towards my parents because of what they put me through. And my mother wrote me a letter when I was 25. She actually took me away from my father, and we moved back to Huntington Beach, and she got clean. And that's when I got back into wrestling and stuff, and that's what saved me. And I got to thank my mother for her being a complete heroin addict, to cleaning herself up and changing her whole lifestyle because of me for my future. I thank her 100%,
Well, yeah, I mean, the heroin addiction is a pretty strong grip, and the fact that she did something for you as opposed to herself.
I mean, she was with my father for 15 years, and that's very unselfish of her to do what she did and, give me a second chance at life.
Let me understand something, Tito. So you're saying when you were growing up, your mom and dad were both on heroin?
Correct.
And they abandoned you?
Pretty much, I'd be there to be fed, I have clothes on my back to get to school. I never brought people over my house because I was embarrassed because we were living either in a trailer park or living in a motel or, it's just...
Would you go home and see your mom shooting up? And would she try to conceal it from you?
Yeah, they try to conceal a little bit, but you smell the matches burning. I mean, to this point in my life, I can't stand sulfur at all.
Right.
Sulfur smell, it drives me freaking nuts.
It's funny. You could have either gone either way. You could have become a heroin addict and join in on the action, or rebelled, and you were a strong-minded man enough to say, "I'm not going to take this and make this my lifestyle."
Oh, for sure. I mean, there was a point in my life. There was 3 choices I had to make. Be dead or in jail.
Right.
Be in gangs and on drugs.
Right.
Or be where I am right now. Well, I'm sitting here in Howard Stern's show, and I've came a long way in my life. I'm living the American dream. People say that you're destined to greatness when you are. Well, no, you take choices in your life to make those destinies happen.
So your father, you don't have a relationship with?
Actually, Howard, I spoke to him about 5 months ago, the first time in 6 years.
Why do you think he got in touch with you?
I got in touch with him.
I see. You had told him, no way I'm being in touch with you. You wrecked my childhood.
Yeah, it was just, I had a lot of hatred towards him, and it's time to really suck it up and face your anger and face your demons. And, I went and sat and talked to him for about a good 3 to 4 hours, and,
Did you ever beat him up?
He quit on us. He quit on us.
Did you ever beat him up?
Never.
Never punched him in the face?
Never.
You wanted to?
No, never did.
Think that's why you were a great fighter? You were really punching your dad and your mom
I was a great fighter because I have my older brothers, Marty and Jim and Mike, who used to beat my ass every single day.
In a way, if they beat your ass and you fight back, you become a great fighter.
I remember my brother Marty, asking him, I'd be crying, what do you beat me up for? He's like, so you could be a tough kid and you take care of yourself when you get older. And I was like,
gee, what a nice guy.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I think they're
But now I look at him now. One of the baddest guys in the earth. So I'm doing something right.
Yeah, well, I suppose. But that's a painful childhood.
Now, did your father's clean now and all?
My father is clean. When I spoke to him, he looked awesome. He looked really, really good. My mother's been clean for, almost 16 years now. And they're both doing great.
Do you take care of your parents now?
I don't take care of them.
No,
I don't. I take care of my ex-wife and my son 100%. Actually, I gave all my money to him. Now it's time to start all over again.
No kidding.
Yeah.
When you say all your money, you mean half your money.
No, I mean everything.
You gave him everything you owned.
Everything. It's my son. I want to make sure. And, I have a great ex-wife. Her and Jen are really, really good friends. We actually had our birthday party.
Could
for
never
my
get
son
them in bed together?
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
You would never want to be in bed with your ex-wife?
See, people are so
Jenna?
used to, like, you're Jenna Jameson, the porn star, da-da-da.
Right, you must be
She
having
brings
a
home
porn
girls to
life,
you.
yeah.
And,
But Tito, I know
there's-
Jenna, and I got to tell you something. She does love women.
Not
And men.
anymore. She's a different woman now, Howard. I'm
She
telling
doesn't
you.
want to be. But wouldn't
She's
you
in a
want
different
that?
chapter of her life.
But wouldn't that excite you?
No.
If Jenna was the girl who brought home a girl
I'm
once in a while.
selfish. I'm selfish.
You ever
I'm
go to-
very jealous, too, so I'm very selfish.
Do you ever go to a strip club with her?
We've been a few times.
Okay. Does Jenna mess around in front of you with the other girls?
No, not at all.
You're kidding me.
No,
I don't
no.
buy that.
Yes, I'm serious.
You're telling me that
we
you-
live normal lives, man. We're normal people, Jenna, like I said, she went to a different chapter of her life now, and she's
Wow.
over the whole porn thing. She's retired. She's done, and she wants to start a family and do the right thing now. And
Right.
she's an awesome woman, of course. Howard, you do know her, and
I like Jenna very much.
Yes.
I just would insist that she bring a girl home once in a while. I'm not going to be in a relationship with Jenna if she's not bringing a girl home once in a
See,
while.
you wanted to be in a relationship with the porn star Jenna Jameson.
Yes, I do.
I think
when
you
I
don't
first met her,
want
I
to-
thought the same thing too. But then
Really?
that was one of those things to have sex the first night, and it would have been over.
Do you
See,
think, though, she has to act like a super prude now because she was a porn star? In a way, she has to, like, go the opposite way to prove to you? Now all of a sudden,
No,
she's
not-
a Mormon.
No, not at all. You gotta understand. I mean,
She still wears hot
Jenna's
outfits.
a totally different. She's a hot outfit. She's a beautiful ass.
Was she,
man. She's
was she still
beautiful
walking
girl.
around? Was she still walking around naked for you
Yes,
and let
of
you
course,
look?
all the time, of course.
Was she masturbate in front of you?
We have fun, dude.
You do?
We're very colder with everything with each other and only with each other.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know
have a
how I
fun
feel
time.
about that. I gotta
It's
think
beautiful
about
love, I mean, we've been together for 2 years now, and Howard said, you're going to last maybe a month or at the most.
I did.
So
She
it's
still does oral, though, right? She's not against that.
Of course.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, right?
I don't imagine you marry Jenna Jameson and you're in a relationship, and then she says, "Listen, I don't get blowjobs anymore." You're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm out of
closing
this.
down that shop.
I mean, for God's sakes. Well, this is exciting. You got a book.
Yeah.
You're
the
barking on-
book's doing really good, too. I'm really happy because it was like the opposite side of it. People are so used to seeing the fighter guy that gets in the octagon and the mean Huntington Beach bad boy flipping people off and doing that. It's the
This is
kid
the real
who grew
you.
up. It's the one who grew up.
It's
and
your life story.
I've lived through a lot, Howard. At a young age. I'm 33 years old. I'm still going to compete and fighting for another 3 more years. But it's a new chapter in my life that's turning over.
When you started dealing drugs as a kid,
Yes.
was that because you saw that was the culture you were in? Your parents were
Exactly.
Were your parents proud of you? In a way, heroin
They
addicts
didn't know.
must be
No
proud.
one, I kept it hide. No one knew about it. Only the people who I dealt with and so forth. I mean, we sold marijuana, and that was, just one of those things was to pay rent.
Right, I understand.
To put food on the table, and I was a thug kid who didn't understand anything at all. I learned everything I learned on myself.
How'd you get into ultimate fighting though? Like, how did you make that transition from thug kid?
I wrestled in high school.
Right.
Wrestled in college. When I got into college, there's a guy.
Got into college because of wrestling, right?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
I went back to school.
Yeah.
I wanted to get educated, and my biggest thing was to be a high school teacher, a wrestling coach.
Right.
And I wanted to help out with kids. I thought kids were. There's teachers who helped me when I was in high school, so I was like, well, here's my chance to kind of give back.
Right.
And I started fighting with actually Tank Abbott. I was his training partner, and they made a new weight class in UFC. That was the very beginning, and it was 199 pounds. I wrestled.
Probably got paid nothing in the beginning, and got your
I fought
ass
for
beat.
free.
Right, but I'm saying it was brutal, even more brutal,
Actually,
right?
I didn't really get hit until like the third, fourth year in my competition because I was so dominant.
You got a nice set of teeth. Are those real?
Of course.
They are.
Yes.
You've never had a
Nobody's
tooth
knocked
knocked
those
out.
out.
No.
Unbelievable.
I'm bobbing and weaving. I'm like, you got to move out of the way a lot of
Will you
positions.
know, like Rosie O'Donnell was saying, in show business, you got to know when to get out. In ultimate fighting, you got to know when to get out.
Oh, of
Will
course.
you know?
Oh, 100%. When I start slurring my words and
Oh, that's too
until
late.
that time, I guess you're too late. But, I don't get hit that much. So, I mean, there's a big factor that happens there also. I still have about 3 more years left of competition left in
Okay.
me. I mean, I am 33 years old. When I'm 36, I'm going to be done.
Time to get out.
Yeah, I'm just signed with William Morris at the beginning of the year. So the theatrical side of it is another, chance of me doing that. That
Yeah.
and promotions also.
All right.
Helping other fighters come up and making the next Tito Ortiz.
You've had bar fights?
When I was 19,
What'd the other guy look like when you were done?
I choked him out in about 25 seconds.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I'd never assault anybody. I used to be a security at a nightclub, and all the bouncers there knew me for, stopping everything really quick. And
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
never
fuck
laid
with
a punch on anybody. I would just snap them down, front headlock, choke, and
What's the best martial art to learn if you're a kid starting out?
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
100%.
I mean, just high school wrestling.
High school wrestling. It'll teach you dedication, teach you sacrifice. It teaches you the hard work.
What about this Gracie Jiu-Jitsu? I shouldn't be taking that?
It's a big difference. For a kid who's just coming up, I think wrestling really teaches the whole realm of a sport,
Right.
It teaches individualism because they're doing it by themselves.
When you were wrestling, did a guy's penis ever slip out of his jockstrap while you were wrestling him?
Never.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Right.
No, thank God, right?
Tito
that
will be...
happened to you, obviously.
I know,
That
Howard.
happened to me, and it landed in my mouth.
That's what she
Tito,
said.
it was terrible. When's the last time you begged Jana?
Jana.
Jana.
I don't know, Howard. You got to use your imagination on that one.
She's a wonderful girl.
You always try to pull the best out of me, and I almost give in a little bit just because you're Howard Stern.
Well, Jen ever put a finger up your ass?
I don't know. Do you like that?
You want to know something? It's not my thing. I tend to clench up.
Really?
I'll be honest with you.
I did too.
You do. You don't like it.
No.
It's not your thing. You're not that crazy, are you?
No, I'm pretty crazy, but not that crazy.
You're pretty conservative sexually.
No.
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 What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, right? I got that great montage Kama Sutra.
Look at you. Tito, I wish you luck with the book. It's
Thank
a
you so
very
much,
honest
Alex.
book, and
Yes.
I appreciate you writing it. This is going to hurt. It's in stores now. Pick it up. Do guys ever come up to you at book signings and want to punch you out? Like, go, hey, come on, man, let's go right now. Let's go. Let's go.
See, Howard, once the anger comes about, you bash it down with complete kindness.
But there's some maniacs out there who just want to go right at it.
When they stand next to me, I mean, you're a big man too, Howard, and they kind of get a little intimidated. They're like, all right, Tito is a big guy.
Are you big in the pants? You would almost have to be with Jenna because
I
Jenna's
got big
seen it all.
hands.
You got big hands.
I got big feet. You know what that means? Big gloves and big shoes, right?
It'd be great if Jenna was afraid of your penis. Then you know
Right?
you're a real man.
I don't know.
Oh my God, it doesn't fit.
Jeez.
Now, what good would it doesn't fit do?
Wait,
I
there's
know,
somebody
right?
who wants to challenge
I know
you.
Howard has that problem, I know.
Oh, no. Never had that problem. There's a fighter on the phone who wants to challenge you. And I think this would be an
great.
excellent...
Telephone tough guy.
All right, let's talk. Go ahead.
Hey, Tito, how are you?
Really good, my man.
All right, now...
I want to challenge you in a fight, and whoever wins will fuck Jenna Jameson.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
Oh, great.
You mean Jenna would be the
I got a
prize?
bigger dick than you. You're a pussy. I know I can fight you in the cage.
All right, high pitch. Gay Ramon, you're on the air. Go ahead. Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Gay Ramon.
Hey, oh my God, Tito, I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank
Hey, have you ever had your asshole eaten out by another man?
God.
Tito doesn't go that way.
No, I don't go that way yet.
Do you think about Tito when you're with...
Howard, I have fantasized.
He wouldn't be the only man, that's for sure.
Are men attracted to you, Tito?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has a man ever hit
It's
on
cool.
you?
A couple times.
A couple of times?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I have actually a lot of gay friends that are friends, and I don't swing that way ever, never,
Right.
ever even thought or anything like that, but you gotta be respectful towards people.
Gay Ramon, can you finish right now listening to Tito's voice?
Oh my God, I fantasize him beating the shit out of me, Howard.
You like that? What, Artie, where are you?
Get on
Yes,
the mic.
go ahead. Yes, sir.
I fantasize about Tito beating the shit out of Gay Ramon, too.
You're horrible, Artie.
All right, listen, go see Tito. TitoOrtiz.com is the place to get all your Tito information.
Yeah.
And by all means, get the book. This is going to hurt. It's in stores now. Tito, great. Always seeing you.
Yes,
Send my
thank
love
you.
to Jenna.
Of course.
And I mean all of my love.
I
You
gotta
know how
say,
I am
his
with
book, as someone who struggled with heroin,
that. Yes.
it's so hard to break from that. And I think if my mother did that for me, that really is like that's a touching thing.
And it was really hard for my mother,
Yeah.
to accept that because all of her friends don't know nothing about the past and the history. Know nothing
Right.
about. And I told my mom, you got to understand, Mom, there's a lot of kids who are lived the same type of life I did. Now I want to think they have a chance to live.
Right.
They look at Tito, they see, oh yeah, the guy who's a fighter, a champion, driving around nice cars, beautiful girlfriend. But they don't see what got me there.
Right.
And now they see they have a chance. Well, maybe they have an opportunity to do something like this in life.
Book
And
is somewhat inspirational.
Yes, all kids, please listen. Go to school. Getting
Right.
educated is the number one thing, I believe,
You
100%.
bet. Max, you're on the air in Portland. Go ahead.
Hey, no, Howard.
Hey, now.
Hey, Tito, why can't you admit that Lyoto Machida was just a better fighter that night?
He was a better fighter than that. I never didn't.
I mean, look
admit it at all.
at the pictures on the internet, bro. Your face is all fucked up.
Really? Oh, yeah. I
mean,
only got like 5 stitches. I was fine though.
Which fight is it? The one you're talking
Yeah,
about?
the one I did. I just lost
Yeah.
last week. The guy ran away the whole time. People will watch it. They'll see. It's
Dude,
cool. I
Tito.
fought. I came out. I fight, and he didn't want to fight. It was fun. It was just an opportunity for
When
Dana
this
to
guy
hold
says
me
your
down.
face was messed up, is he lying?
I don't know. It's been a week, Howard.
Look,
I look pretty good.
You look pretty
Yeah,
good.
you don't even look like you were in a fight.
Yeah, right.
Travis, you're on the air in Las Vegas. Go ahead.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that last caller. I thought Tito won rounds 2 and 3 against Machida. I mean, Machida fought his fight, but Tito's still a beast. He about choked him out at the end there.
Yeah.
And Tito,
you know, I got to correct you, you know, and I'm an honest guy. You know, I think Luita won the match, you know, fair and square, I believe. I did have that triangle at the end, almost got him, but
right.
You know, for him running away, you know, this is ultimate fighting. This is fighting that really, it's a one-on-one competition that they need to compete against each other, not get 1 point and run away. How Machida is doing, and I think I let a lot of fans down by doing that. But I appreciate your support, man.
Trevor,
sure.
Go ahead in Bakersfield, California, with Tito Ortiz. The book is called "This Is Gonna Hurt."
Bakersfield.
Hey, Tito, I had a question for you. Since everybody in the UFC kicked your ass, what are you going to do? Go over to WEC, maybe become a superstar or something?
No, actually, I believe the only person left there was Chuck Liddell, and Machida, the one that beat me. So,
hey, I got to give it to you, but Machida ran from me the whole time, man.
Yeah, well, there you go. So people seem to generally agree with your assessment. This is not just bullshit.
Well, believe me, it was, and it was a tactic on the president's part on UFC of giving me someone who's going to run and strike, who's not going to stand in front and punch with me.
Part of the fun of the UFC is that you guys are just going at it.
Yeah, that's what guys buy pay-per-view for. That's why they buy a Tito Ortiz pay-per-view, because they know I'm going to bring the fight when I fight.
You bet. All right. TitoOrtiz.com, the book, This Is Gonna Hurt. Thanks, Tito. Great seeing you again.
Without a doubt.
Come
Thank
see
you so
us
much.
again if you would.
Yes, for sure.
Tito.
So that went pretty
good.
That's
some heavy stuff, man.
Yeah, you know, it's my life. You know, I've lived a interesting life, a very self-told story that I either be dead or in prison or here on Howard, and I'm doing something right. So, you know.
Right. You mentioned that Howard's sort of like a benchmark to measure your success.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Howard's the best talk radio in the world, man.
So to be here and to overcome everything that you have is.
Yeah, and I look back at my history. You know, 11 years of competition and fighting, but I'm still going on to bigger and better things. And I'm really proud of my book that we wrote, and hopefully a lot of people take something out of it, of an inspiration, and that's the biggest thing of all of it.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for stopping by, and good luck with the book, man.
Without a doubt. Thank you much, guys. Howard Stern.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing, man?
I feel good.
So what brings you down to the show today? You got a new album coming out?
Yeah, I got a new album coming out, and mostly I just want to hang out, man. I'm a huge fan of this show.
Yeah, you excited?
Unbelievable. I mean, I'm a really big fan of this show. I know everything about it. And for the last 4 years, I got diagnosed with leukemia in 2005. So all I've done, besides like trying to live, is stay home and watch Howard TV.
That's awesome.
I mean, I don't watch anything else. Cool. So I know everything, man. I'm down with like the whole Artie and the heroin thing, and I just know everything.
Awesome. This must be real exciting for you then.
It's amazing. I mean, I can't believe I'm here. I see this on TV all the time, and I just can't believe it. I mean, I'm here to promote an album in my foundation for leukemia, but mostly I just want to hang out.
Cool, man.
I didn't even sleep last night.
All right, man. Well, have fun in there. Have fun in there today.
I will. Thank you.
All right, anyway, this guy's name is Rich Cronin. You might remember his hit song with LFO. He had a huge hit. I remember this song, Summer Girl.
All right, you remember this?
Sure, you do too. How old were you when you were in a boy? How you doing, man?
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, good to meet you.
I'm, when I was in the boy band?
Yeah. How'd you get in a boy band?
Well, first of all, when that song blew up, I was 24 years old.
Right.
So you were pretty old
yeah,
in the boy band.
Yeah, I was pretty old.
You were no boy.
No, I wasn't.
That old boy over there.
Hey, here's a tissue.
Sorry.
He's snotting all over the place.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, calm down.
When that came out, I was 24 years old.
24, and how old were you when you got discovered for the boy band?
20.
Yeah. And what do you have to do? You have to audition and stuff? You have to like...
No. Actually, I'm from Boston.
Yeah.
And
I know, we could tell.
Sorry.
That's good.
No, I think the accent.
One of my friends and I, he for some reason he went on tour with the Backstreet Boys,
right?
Who were nothing,
right.
And he was always talking about, we got to get with this guy Lou Pearlman.
Right. Lou was this guy. There was this guy Lou Pearlman who was this like incredible producer, if you will.
Well, what happened with Lou? Because I knew Lou. Lou used to own Blimps or something. I don't know how he knew about the music business, but after New Kids on the Block, he just got this idea to put together a boy band.
I mean, he had a lot of bands. He had, what was Justin Timberlake's band?
Yeah. He had NSYNC, he had Backstreet Boys.
He had, my group, we sold
LFO.
4 or 5 million records.
And E-Town.
O-Town.
O-Town, whatever it was called.
He he never thought it was going to blow up. And then when the Backstreet Boys blew up and NSYNC blew up, and then, we started to blow up, not as big as them, but we blew up, he bought a fucking house that was incredible. It wasn't even a house, it was a hotel.
Right.
On this incredible lake. He started buying Bentleys. He had a $250,000 Rolex with diamonds all over it. Meanwhile, he's stealing all my money, everyone's money.
Yeah, so
we all knew it.
You never got paid?
I didn't get paid anywhere near what I should have.
Really?
Nothing.
Well, and like, didn't your parents or somebody step in, or your accountant go, hey, wait a second, we're not getting paid?
We were always on TRL.
Right.
We were always, starting to sell a lot of records.
Yeah.
And I started saying, well, where's the money?
Right.
And it was like, it was just nuts, man. The guy was such a creep. And
Did you make
I know
enough
the
money?
Backstreet Boys had to sort of legally get away from him because he was,
Yeah, so did
the
NSYNC.
contracts were so ridiculous.
And Sync had to leave. Everyone left.
Did you end up making any money?
Yeah.
Did you become a millionaire?
No.
Not a millionaire.
Wow. And I should have made like at least $2 million, $3 million.
Wow.
Right.
Easy. But
Yeah.
see, here's what it was. I wrote all those songs for LFO.
Right.
I wrote like Summer Girls and all of them.
All right, so that's your publishing and all that.
Yeah. So when that song blew up, I thought, well, wow, I'm gonna get a publishing deal now.
Right.
He offered me $20,000 for my publishing.
Oh my God! Did you take it?
Well, I was thinking about taking it. I was
Yeah.
like, holy, I never had $20,000. I never had any money.
In one lump sum, yeah.
No, never. I was excited.
Oh, he's a real Colonel Tom type. Yeah.
And so one of my friends said, "Are you going to take $20,000?" I said, "Yeah, it's a great deal." He goes, "You could make a deal for $500,000 tomorrow."
Right, just on that song.
So he schooled me to this publishing thing. So I was like, I got to do this.
Thank God
And,
you didn't sign away your publishing.
No. So I started saying, hey, let's get some publishing deals. So I put a lawyer out there.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, the lawyer's like, oh, I can get you a publishing deal. I can get you $750,000.
Right.
Next thing you know, another song came out called Girl on TV. Went top 5. And now I can get like close to $1 million.
Right.
Next thing I know, he comes back to me and goes, Rich, your publishing has been sold.
Oh,
so what do you
wow.
mean?
What
He
do you
says,
mean?
yeah, Lou sold your publishing for $1.2 million to Jive Zomba.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
So
he could do that without your signature or anything?
When I first signed the contract with him,
yeah.
I signed it away.
That's
Wow.
what that's what I'm saying about those contracts. He had people signing. They were crazy.
Yeah.
He owned everything.
You must have nightmares about this.
I had to go through lots of therapy.
Right.
I went crazy. I mean, I wrote some big songs, and
You must have some good therapy because
No, I don't.
You're still here.
Yeah.
I know. I went crazy.
Wow.
I mean, the guy was awful. But
Oh, that's awful.
besides all this money stuff, the guy was he was really a creepy guy, man. Like,
I met him once. I had him on the show once with some band.
You did?
Yeah.
That was O-Town when they were
O-Town,
being
yeah.
put
yeah.
on MTV. He came in here with the band.
When I got a hit song, the song went #1.
Right.
He bought me a Navigator in 5 minutes. He's like, walked in. He goes, yeah, you got a Navigator now.
Yeah, of course, because he was busy stealing your publishing.
He stole my publishing. He charged me for the Navigator. The guy's a fucking asshole.
I got your Navigator, but you're gonna pay
That's
for it.
right. I just
Oh, he
bought
didn't
your
tell me that,
car
though.
Yeah, right.
that
Oh,
you
no.
have to pay for.
You thought it was a gift.
Yeah, about 6-7 months later, I found out he's fucking charging me for this
Oh
thing.
my God.
The guy's awful.
Yeah, you know
but-
what, dude? I'd rather have my money and I'll go buy my own Navigator.
I'll just decide what kind of car I want.
Yeah.
Well, I said, I want to get a Navigator. He said, well, let's go get it. And,
It wasn't all bad though. You got to date Jennifer Love Hewitt. You went out with her for a long time, right?
yeah, 2 years.
You banged her for 2 years.
Yeah.
And
She's
you
hot.
had some hit records.
Yeah.
Who took the hit?
She's hot.
She is hot.
How'd you get her?
I met her at the Blockbuster Awards.
Oh, no kidding.
And I wasn't, we weren't really mega successful, but we
Right.
still had 3 big hits.
Right.
And at this point, we had no hits.
Right.
I was just there.
And she wants to be a rock star too, doesn't she?
She wants to be a singer.
Right.
Right.
So she
I
probably
think she
figured-
put out an album.
Probably figures she'll fuck you a little bit. Maybe you'll write her a song.
I don't even think so. I think she just saw me then. And this is going back 8 years now
Right.
or more. And, we had the same publicist.
Right.
So I started to talk to her. And I couldn't believe it. She kept talking to me and talking to me. She was actually interested.
Right.
And she later on that night, after the Blockbuster Awards, she gave me her number.
Wow.
I was I was floored. I was like, well, because
she's rich and she's hot.
But besides that, I actually was a big fan of hers.
Right.
I worked at Blockbuster 2 years before.
I have two things I like about her.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at Blockbuster 2 years before that, like putting the movies on the shelf.
Right.
And every time I saw a picture, I say, oh, she's
super
really hot.
Yeah.
And now I'm at the Blockbuster Awards.
And she's putting the moves on you.
The girl on the video cover just gave you her number.
So did you call her right away, or did you play the game and wait a while?
No, I mean, I was so anxious about calling her. I couldn't. And then I actually got a notebook and I wrote down all these subjects. Like,
so you needed crib notes.
Oh no, I had the paper was there. I was
Shit
like,
to talk about with Jennifer Love
so
Hewitt.
when there's a quiet point, I'll talk about this.
Right.
And this, like, I couldn't imagine there being any quiet points in the conversation.
Right.
I would be awkward silence. So I actually called her up, and she answered the phone.
Wow.
And we talked for like 2 hours.
Did you use your notes?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there was no way.
You went through all 2 pages. 2 hours. That's a lot of notes.
No, really. I mean, and the whole time I'm thinking, this is Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Right.
I was a big fan of hers.
Right. So what happened? Did she go out on a date with you or something?
About a month and a half later, she says, why don't you come out to L.A.? Now, mind you, I had no money. I was negative money.
Right.
I didn't have a cell phone.
You'd have to go to Lou.
Yeah, it's like, how do you...
Exactly,
you
I
have to play with Lou's dick.
Dude, it's awful, right? So Lou goes, I got to get out to L.A., Lou. Love wants to see me. Lou was like, oh, this could be good. He goes, come out to L.A. with me. I was like, when are you going? He goes, this week.
Right.
He goes, come with me, because I'm shooting my movie out there, which is another story. But so I go out to L.A. and he goes, you can stay in my hotel with me.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
I have a big suite. So anyways, I went.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I got to go. So I'm getting my clothes out real fast in the room. It was a big suite. And
Did you see you naked or something?
No.
No.
And I said, all right, man, I'm out of here. And the publicist picked me up, and we went to Love's house. And it was really weird. Like
a nightmare.
It was really, I was awful.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
What is Jennifer Love Hewitt wearing when you show up at her house?
She was wearing like a ballerina dress.
Really?
With like a unicorn in sparkly, like,
oh, geez,
bedazzled.
What's her problem?
She was dressing pretty wild.
Yeah, what is that about? That was for the date? She wore a ballerina outfit?
I
with
think,
a unicorn?
I feel like it was a ballerina outfit.
Yeah.
It looked like the dress went out and, it was.
Like a tutu and all that?
She probably didn't
Yeah,
even
it was a tutu. It was a tutu.
Did she look hot?
She looked hot, but I just thought the outfit was completely out of control.
Yeah, all right.
Nah, so I like. Look,
At least it was a girl, better than me with Lou.
Right.
Dude, she was Jennifer Love
She's
Hewitt.
a lot less scary than Lou.
Oh no, I was really.
wow.
It's true. So we wanted a date to Universal Studios, and she was totally like into me. I couldn't believe it, man. I mean, and we.
How long before you get in her pants?
Well, she asked me to stay at her house that night.
Wow.
Thank goodness, because that meant
I
no
did-
Lou hotel room.
I know, it was amazing.
Did you bang her?
Not that night. I didn't even go to her house.
Why?
I was trying to play it cool.
Yeah, that's
She
crazy.
lives with her mother.
Right.
So I was like, I just was freaking out so bad I couldn't spend the night. I couldn't do it. I was like,
Plus, you didn't have your notebook with all your notes.
I couldn't talk to her anymore.
Right.
I didn't know what to say. So I was like, fuck, I got to regroup, think about this shit all night. So I said to my publicist, I was like, hey, can I stay at your house tonight?
Right.
He goes, yeah. What, you don't want to stay with Lou? I was like, no, I don't want to stay with fucking Lou.
It's Lou.
He's like, all right. So Love says, well, if you can't stay at my house tonight, I want to pick you up in the morning. I was like, yeah, what time? She goes, I'll be there at 7 in the morning.
Oh,
Beautiful.
my goodness.
She's into it.
So I was like, holy shit. She goes, because I have an audition, and I have to get my hair done. So I'm like,
So you're just going to hang out with
so
her
I'll
while she
fucking,
runs?
I'll fucking go.
Yeah.
Right. What else you got to do?
Nah, so that's why I was out there for her.
But that's not a lot of time to study your notes to figure out what to
Well,
talk
you
about.
write while she's having her hair done.
So
Right.
no, I had to sit with her.
Oh.
And I was like,
Man.
I was thinking about all this shit, dude. We didn't have any hit records.
Right.
I was nothing.
Right.
And she's like spending all this time with me and wanting to hang out with me. I was like, what the hell? I don't understand it, but I love it.
Right.
So so she gets there at 7 in the morning. She hands me a Mentos, like those colored fruity Mentos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, these are for you. I was like, thank you. And she's like, well, let's go to get my hair done. I was like, all right. And we're in her little Mercedes, like the smallest Mercedes available
Yeah.
on the market. And I'm in there like, oh, this is great. You know, 'cause I'm 6'3". And I'm like, this is great. This is awesome, yeah. And I'm sitting there trying to think of shit to say.
All right.
And I was having a hard time. She did all the talking, though.
You shouldn't shut up.
My head was spinning, but I was thinking about her, and she was like, hey, will you... She goes, I'm going to get out of the car here. We're at the hair place. She goes, I'm going to get out of the car here and go in. Will you park my car?
Wow.
I'm like, oh, jeez, I don't know. I'm going to crash this thing. I don't know my way around here. This thing's fucking miniature car.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah.
Where the fuck are you going to park it?
I'm going to park it? I'm an awful driver. I'm a fucking awful driver.
I don't know where you are.
Yeah.
I didn't know where I was. I had no idea where I was. And the blocks are fucking huge. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. She got in there. I was like, holy fucking shit. So I'm driving around like the block. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I finally parked the thing. Sweating bullets.
Right.
I walk in the room. I'm like, yeah, your car's out there. It's fine. She was like, cool. So then I sit down on the seat, and everyone, this is Rich. I'm like, hi. She's like, all the hairdressers, you know, hi. She's like, so Rich is from Boston. And he's a boy band and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah. We were there for like 3 hours. And she was looking at like magazines and going, oh, Tom Cruise looks amazing and all this stuff. I mean, it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you expect her to talk about?
I don't care what she talked about. I was just like, fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt. So
that's weird when you realize with most broads like that, you're making notes on what to talk about, and you realize they're just morons.
They're just gonna keep talking.
Yeah, right. She's not gonna shut the fuck up.
I'm just gonna say yeah. So then after that, we went to a coffee shop, and then she went to an audition, and it was just.
That must have been some audition. Probably sucked.
No, it was for what was it? Archie. The Archie movie that never came out.
Archie and Veronica?
She's going to play Veronica.
She was supposed to play Veronica.
She didn't even get it.
No.
Yeah.
So I wrote a song called West Side Story. I said Veronica. It was about a girl named Veronica. And I was so lame.
Yeah.
I was so lame. I wrote all these songs about her, like encrypted, like to her.
Right.
I was fucking lame, dude.
Oh, stop.
What was it like banging her? Like when you were banging her, you're like, oh man, I can't believe I'm banging Jennifer Love Hewitt.
When that happened.
And you must have come in 2 seconds, huh?
Well, she made me wear 2 condoms.
2?
Yeah.
How do you get 2 on?
One for her, one for her mother.
No,
Wait a second. You're telling me, because you know what? I heard that's dangerous. They're more likely to break
that
when you
way.
wear 2.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
I heard
It's
that.
hard to do that.
I didn't hear it then.
Yeah, by the way, this is, in case you don't just tuned in, this is Rich Cronin. He's got a new album out. I'll tell you about that, $1 Billion Sound. Available at richcronin.net.
He ought to just put these stories on.
Yeah.
I wrote a book.
Really?
You got
Good.
a book too, right?
Well, I don't have it. Yeah, I wrote a book.
Yeah. Can you get it anywhere? Or?
I'm going to try.
Yeah,
No,
you'll
you
get
haven't
it.
got a
You'll get
publisher
it.
yet?
Yeah.
I
You
haven't
got,
tried.
you got some good fucking stories,
This is
dude.
amazing.
I have so many stories.
And you
but
had leukemia too, right? You just got over that.
I had awful leukemia. I got this, it was called AML. And I just went to the doctor one day. I was losing weight, and my father was really nervous. I was home. I lived in Orlando at the time, and I went to visit them. And he said, the minute I walked in, he said, you look like shit.
Right.
I was like, thanks. He says, you got to go to the doctor. So about, in 2 days, I went to the doctor. The doctor says, wow, you don't look good. I think you have mono. I said, oh, mono, whatever. He goes, let's take a blood test. And they took the blood test, and I had leukemia, AML.
Cancer.
Awful. It's supposed to kill you in 8 weeks.
How'd you beat it?
I don't know.
How long ago was this?
2005. I got diagnosed.
Are you all right now, or you?
I am. I don't have it. So what happened
Gone.
was
It left you.
I got the leukemia, and it was like, this is the worst one you can get. It's very rare that a young guy gets it. So usually older men will get it.
Why do you think you got it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have good luck. I don't know. It's just awful. But I got it, and I went through all this chemotherapy. And
man.
And a year later, it came back.
Oh.
Wow.
So the doctor said, look, the only choice you have is a bone marrow transplant. And my brother and sister didn't match me. No one in my family matched. So they said, well, we're going to try to look for one for you. But meanwhile, we have to get you back into remission if we can. So I got a bone marrow transplant. Eventually, I got back in remission. And I went through all this radiation. And
damn. That must be painful shit.
Yeah, man. And then in June, I had a stroke.
Good Lord.
From the treatment they were giving me for the leukemia, they were giving me this stuff called IVHG at the hospital. And they put the thing in my arm. I was there. It takes 5 hours. And I'm sitting there. I went to sleep, and the doctor woke me up. He says, Rich, sit up. Because I was in the bed. And I said, all right. And I couldn't sit up.
Uh-huh.
And everything, I felt really weird. Everything seemed like it wasn't real. He goes, come on, sit up. You realize I wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
My face started to droop. And he goes, oh, my God, he's having a stroke.
Jeez.
So
it's a good thing they woke you up.
They caused it.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, it happened right there. And they told me, like, look, this is from IVHG.
Yeah.
What is IVHG? Exactly?
I have no idea. Something to help your immune system out.
Man.
So
you think you beat it or what? What's going on now?
I hope I beat it, man.
You got the bone marrow.
I got someone else's bone marrow.
Uh-huh.
If I had a kid, which I couldn't because I had so much radiation, and if I did, it wouldn't even be mine. It would be like this other guy's thing.
Right.
Yeah.
There's more of this other guy in you than you.
Oh, 100%. I'm not even there anymore.
So when you were fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt, get back to that because I broke it up a little bit.
So Jennifer Love Hewitt, when I first had sex with her,
she goes, wear 2 condoms.
Yeah,
Did you think that was weird? How'd she look naked?
She looks great, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what was happening, you know.
Right.
But I don't have anything bad to say about her, you know. She's a great.
She good in bed?
I thought so.
Fully shaved vagina?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That turns me on.
But I have nothing bad to say about her. I mean, obviously I had sex with her. I was with her for 2 years.
Yeah, but she was cheating on you like crazy, though, right?
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
What?
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Jennifer Love Hewitt gave him like a ring, like a promise ring. She's like a dude. He's more like the chick, and she's like the dude.
She's giving the rings and then going around.
And he finds out she gives a ring to all the fucking guys, and she's fucking a bunch of guys, right?
Yeah.
How many guys was she doing behind your back? Did you find out?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. She gave me a ring, and we went to Cartier in Beverly Hills, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to give you something very special." I've never done this before. And, you know, I have to give it to you. And I was like, all right. And she goes into the place, she comes out, and she gives me this ring. It's like the infinity ring. And I'm like, wow, she's fucking in love with me.
Right.
We're going to get married.
This is a ticket.
This is unbelievable.
Right.
I'm going to fucking marry her.
You're going to be Mr. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
She goes, listen.
Yeah.
I want to marry you. We're going to be together forever. If you wear this ring, it's forever. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I fucking found out.
It's my ticket out of Lou.
Dude, this is
How
the only
long did it take you to find out?
You found
2
out
years.
what?
I found out. So I did this reality show called Man Band, Mission Man Band. It's the worst name ever.
Right.
And the worst show ever.
Right.
And it was me, Jeff Timmons from 98 Degrees, Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC, and this guy from Color Me Bad named Brian Abrams. Whatever. And
Color Me Bad.
I'm talking to Jeff Timmons. Goes, hey, you and me have something in common, man. I'm like, what? Jennifer Love Hewitt. I'm like, what? No, I'm really like, what?
Yeah, you're like in love with her.
I mean, we've been broken up for 5 years. I was like, what? He says, yeah, man, Jennifer Love, you and me. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Because I always asked her about that. Did you ever get with it? 90 Degrees. I was nuts.
Yeah.
Did you ever get with this guy? No. She goes, yeah. In fact, one time, she wanted to marry me. I said, what? He goes, oh, yeah. She took me to Cartier in Beverly Hills.
Oh, my God.
And she gave me the...
She's like Errol Flynn.
She gave me this thing called the infinity ring. I was like, she gave me the fucking infinity ring.
Yeah.
And she gave me the whole speech. She gave me this big speech how she wants to, like, be together forever. I was like, what the fuck?
What is she like a sociopath?
Oh, man.
That's
So
wild.
when that happened...
Yeah, that sucked. When that
Dude.
happened, yeah, my head must have been spinning.
I was lost, man.
Yeah.
This was like 2 years ago.
Bro, that's tough stuff.
It was rough, man.
Yeah, man.
But,
this boy band stuff's tough. So now you're doing a solo thing, huh?
Yeah, I have a solo record.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty excited about it. I think it actually came out pretty good.
Yeah. So I guess Jennifer Love dumped you. I mean, you don't see her
yeah,
anymore.
she dumped me. What happened was at the very end of that relationship, she was in New York doing a movie, and Us Weekly, that magazine, I get a phone call from someone at my record company. They go, Rich.
Yo, we got something in common?
No. He goes, Rich, get Us Weekly. Just came out.
Yeah.
I was like, why? What's up? He goes, just get it. I was like, no, seriously. He goes, just get it. Bye. Hangs up. So I live in the Prudential building in Boston. So right downstairs in my building there was a supermarket. So I was like, all right. So I go down. I'm like, maybe there's something cool like Rich Cronin this, I don't know. Must be about me. No. It was a fucking thing about Jennifer Love Hewitt in New York City. All these paparazzi photos, like her with 7 guys.
7 guys?
Something like that, dude.
Oh, my God.
She was this one guy, this guy. Dude, check it out. She was with this dude, some guy on Broadway.
Yeah.
By the way, I went to that play with her.
Wow.
To see the Full Monty. Patrick Wilson.
She was with Patrick Wilson. Meanwhile, you took her to the play.
She took
me
you to the play.
She took me to the play.
Watch her boyfriend on stage.
She didn't know. She just saw him when I was sitting next to her.
She dug the way he looked.
She was like, oh,
yeah,
I'm into him. So then...
Oh, she said this.
She didn't say it, but now I'm thinking back. And I'm like...
Wow.
What the fuck? She goes... So then she called me up 3 days later when I got home to Boston. She goes, hey, my grandmother's coming in tonight. I was like, oh, cool, yeah, have fun. She goes, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to the Full Monty. Like, that was fun. I was like,
yeah.
It wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, she's in the magazine with the fucking guy.
Wasn't Full Monty where the dudes are nude,
They
too?
get naked on
stage. Yeah, they're not even good-looking dudes either.
Right. Did you got big cocks?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I hated the play, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So when you saw that in the magazine, did you call her up and say, what the fuck?
I tried to.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just that. She was with this other guy, and this guy, and that guy, and rumors about her and Alec Baldwin.
Right.
She was doing the movie with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
I was on the bed having a panic attack.
Right. You were heartbroken.
Oh. So I called her up. I was like, do you have something to say to me? I was the girl in this relationship.
Right.
And she goes like this. She goes, listen, don't you fucking call me up like this when I'm at work. I'm fucking working. Don't you fucking call me like this. If you believe that bullshit, shame on you. I'm like, I just saw 7 pictures of you holding 7 guys' hands.
Yeah. I mean, what do you mean if you believe it?
Dated last week on every one. Like the 21st, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She goes, I'm not going to even discuss this. If you believe that bullshit, you're out of your mind. She hung up.
And that was the last you spoke to her?
No. I called her one time after that. She didn't call me for 3 days.
Right.
I was like, I'm done.
Right.
I called her. No, she called me up. And she had the whole thing rehearsed.
Yeah, probably written it down in a notebook.
Oh,
yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I couldn't say a thing. It was all rehearsed. You're never gonna yell at me again. You're never gonna treat me bad. I'm not gonna be treated like this.
Yeah, putting it all on you.
It was
cheating.
all on me. And she goes, I'm out of this relationship.
Yeah.
Goodbye. I have to go do the Tonight Show. And hung up the phone.
Yeah.
And that was it.
You never said a word.
And she made it all your fault.
Yeah.
That was nice.
But whatever. She's a great girl.
Yeah.
Sure, a lot of people found her so.
I don't know,
Hey,
man.
you were way into it. You would have married her, right? Sure.
In a second.
Do any sex videos with her?
No.
Oh, dude. Anything kinky going on between you and her? Like, you do anything weird?
Yeah, I don't think.
69? Anal? Yeah? Anal?
No.
69.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I would do that with her. Totally 69.
I just,
Does she eat ass at all?
No.
Too bad. She ain't that crazy.
No, she wasn't. She was, again, she's just out there doing her thing.
That ain't the type of broad that would have stuck with you through the leukemia, I'll tell you that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But honestly,
do you have a dirty little name for her in bed?
Missy, I call it.
Missy?
I called her thing Missy.
A pussy.
Yeah.
Why don't you just call it a pussy? That's very...
I don't think she liked that.
Yeah, she likes Missy.
Yeah,
Son
whatever.
of a bitch. I'll use that if I ever get her.
She was
Tell her you don't want any infinity ring, though.
No rings, baby. Where's Missy?
She was really, but honestly, like...
That Missy must be tight.
She was out there doing her thing, and...
She sure was.
I don't know, man.
What's her deal now? Is she like working now?
Yeah, she has a TV show.
She's the ghost whisperer.
Yeah, she whispers to ghosts.
On CBS.
What?
It's a hit show, though.
It is. It's been on for a few years.
All right. So anyway, the new single now from Rich is from his album $Billion Sound, available at richcronin.net. Also, for more information on Rich's Leukemia Foundation, you go to richcroninhopefoundation.com, charity thing you're involved in, right?
Yeah.
And here's a little bit of your tune, your new one, right?
Yeah.
Anything about Jennifer Love in this, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think
Really?
so.
Well, you're still hung up on her.
Yeah, a little bit. No. This song's about what happened during the whole boy band thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They say hindsight is 20/20, and that's plenty good advice. But in time, we all roll dice. When I was 15, I fell in love with that noise on the radio. It drove me crazy though. Of course, I knew that I didn't have a chance. I'd make it one day, no matter what the circumstance. Cause I just couldn't say no. Crumpled up paper on my bedroom floor. Song after song, lyric for lyric. My dream was out of reach, man, I couldn't get near it. Until one day I was standing right there. Could someone please tell me how the hell I got here?
So here's the story of your life.
Who's the broad?
A girl I'm working with.
You doing her?
No.
You got a girlfriend now?
No.
You sound like a black dude when you do your thing. Right?
Yeah, I
it's
guess
kind of cool. Right?
Yeah, I was going to say, who's the guy?
Yeah.
Nothing seems to bring me back to you, no matter what I do. Now I'm driving down Route 3.
You producing this too?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Gotta get my fill again. Nowadays life is way more tough. I did all I could do, but it wasn't enough. I went down to Orlando.
When you were working with that girl, did you tell her the secret to making it big?
And they took me off track.
No.
Nah, you should.
No, maybe I
Show up
should.
in your underwear.
She's good looking. Good looking too.
Hey, James, you're on the air. What do you want to ask? Go ahead real quick because we're running out of time. We got a bunch of stuff.
Awesome interview.
Oh, this guy's the best.
Fucking hilarious.
This guy's
man.
got
I'm
a real
pissing my
life.
Pants.
Yeah.
Hey, how come you guys haven't asked what were the titties like? Were they fake?
No.
Were they?
Those are real?
Yeah, they're real.
What?
I mean, Lou's.
Yeah. Oh, those are real too.
Those are real too.
They look huge too.
Jennifer Love Hewitt's tits are real, huh?
Yeah, those
Sounds
are
to
real.
me like you're still in love with her. Actually, you.
I'm not in love with her. I just, here's what it is.
Was
I
that the
thought-
love of your life, though?
Yeah.
I am.
Here's the thing. She's a great actress, right? She gets paid millions of dollars to be in movies.
Right.
She could fool me. She's crying.
Right.
I love you. You're the greatest guy.
Oh, wow.
I'm crying when she wants to cry.
It sounds like she's a better actress off screen.
Off screen.
Well,
I've never
yeah.
been impressed
So
with her
I-
work.
so I was impressed.
On screen.
She still live with her mom?
Nah.
Nah.
No, I don't.
How were those titties naked? Were they a little sloppy, or they were like really firm?
No, they look good, man.
They did.
They did. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, no, don't lie. I want the truth.
She looks good. She does. I mean, I don't know about now, but I'm going back 8 years here.
I can't believe she was cheating on you. You're a good guy. You didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of Boston connection with Lou Pearlman? Because like Donnie Wahlberg and the Backstreet Boys was a Boston kid. Like, are a lot of those kids Boston kids or something?
Well, no.
How many Boston kids put out?
Yeah.
Donnie
I don't put
Wahlberg.
her-
I'm joking.
Was it the
making-
Backstreet Boys?
No, the
No,
new
you're
kids, new
talking with
kids.
New Kids on the Block.
Oh, he was. Oh, I'm
Right,
sorry.
right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
New
Danny
Kids
Wood.
on the Block.
No, but Danny Wood from that group is a great friend of mine, actually. And when I was sick, he was always visit me at the hospital.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
He's a great guy, but
Yeah. A couple of guys can be good too. You know what I'm saying?
those guys are good.
Well, listen, you guys heard the story, richest single story of my life, and $1 Billion Sound is available at richcronin.net.
Yeah,
Encourage you.
publishers ought to get
sounded
in
good.
touch with
I mean,
him.
I'm a good writer. I wrote for the Jonas Brothers, everyone. But
You making some money now with?
well, I've been out of the business now for 3.5 years with
Wow.
this
Really?
leukemia. So
Yeah.
I got to get back in it now.
Yeah, you got the talent, man. You can do it.
You
Thank
wrote
you.
for the Jonas.
Yeah.
You got your publishing back? Or does
I have-
everything still go to Lou if you write a song?
Losing jail.
Losing jail, man. He ain't taking anybody's publishing.
But I'm not
back.
getting any money out of him either.
For more information on Rich's Leukemia Foundation, go to richcroninhopefoundation.com also. And you write the music and the lyrics and the whole thing.
I do it all, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you
good.
can write.
Talented guy.
You wrote a couple of hits, man.
Yeah.
That's a valuable thing, you know.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have the publishing, though.
And I would say if they could, they could also go to my MySpace as well.
Okay. And Mark, go ahead. You have the last question for Rich Cronin.
Hey now.
Hey.
Hey, this guy is the best fucking representative for Boston I've ever heard. Radio fucking gold.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Hey,
I like him.
I wanted to ask Rich, is there any way to hang out, maybe get some pussy shrapnel?
I don't have, honestly, I'm not getting any pussy.
Yeah.
I'm
and
really,
no Missy either.
I have nothing.
Yeah.
But if you have any pussy, I'd like to hang out with you.
Anybody got any pussy, get in touch with Rich through the Rich Cronin Hope Foundation.
Yeah, because
Rich Cronin, good guy, man.
Thank you.
Glad I got to meet you. Kid Chris always tells me about you. Said you're a great guest. And he was right.
Kid Chris is a great guy.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine,
Really
too.
supports me.
Yeah, nice guy.
Great.
And you're a good guy, and
Thank you.
we support you now, too.
Awesome.
Rich Cronin's album, $1 Billion Sound, available at richcronin.net. We'll be back right after these words.
Thank you.
Rich,
Hey.
how'd it go, man?
I think I'm going to be in a lot of trouble now.
Why is that?
I don't know. They kept questioning me, and whenever I'm in radio interviews, I feel really comfortable. And I don't realize that there's millions and millions of people listening to me, so I went into the Jennifer Love Hewitt thing a little too much.
You think so?
Yeah.
Think she'll be pissed?
Yeah, I do.
It's all the truth, though, right?
Yeah, I could have went on. There's so much to tell.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should have
you have a
told
book
it.
inside you.
I don't know if I should have told it. I'm really regretting that now.
Really?
Which part?
The Jennifer Love Hewitt stuff.
Oh, come on, dude. It's fine. You know, listen. She's you sound like you really liked her a lot, but she really sort of screwed you over, and you know. Don't feel bad about it.
All right, man.
I'm sure that next week I'll have another guy who'll have a similar story, and then you won't.
I'm sure there's lots.
You
of
won't
guys.
be on the hook for it. But you were great.
Thank you very much.
So you had a good time in there?
I had the best. I mean, it was surreal because I didn't get to tell him, but I watched the show since whenever it came on the air, 2006.
Yeah.
I watched it from like that day it came on TV. I ordered it.
Awesome.
And I was sick. You know, I couldn't do anything, so I've watched this shit. You guys, I know all you. Lisa G, Ronnie, I know all you. And now I'm in the room. It was just really surreal.
Cool, man.
It was nuts.
All right, dude. Thanks for stopping by today. Good luck. Senator, good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Better when I'm looking to the camera.
So, you excited to be back on the show today?
Try to come back on the show? Yeah.
What are you going to be talking about with Howard? Politics?
Oh, I said think about 20 minutes.
What's that?
What are we going to talk about? About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes?
Maybe 30. I'll let Howard ask. I'll let him ask the questions, since I know he likes to run his show.
What do you think he's going to want to talk about with you?
Oh, he'll want to talk about Obama. He'll want to talk about my primary race. He'll want to talk about what trouble I got in voting for the stimulus. He'll want to talk about card check and changing the baseline on union representation. He'll want to talk about sex. He'll want to talk about girls. He'll want to talk about anything that comes into his mind, which is a broad horizon.
And you're ready for it all, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you in there.
I've been on the show before. I know what to expect.
Senator Arlen Specter is here, a United States Senator. How often do we see one of those around here? Because we have questions, too. Just because we're idiots doesn't mean we can't ask political questions. We know what we want to ask. Just because we're a little dopey doesn't mean we don't have something to say.
Hey, look, we are the electorate. It's not smart people.
We represent the majority of people in the United
right.
States. We represent the... Here's my senator. There you go. Looking good. How are you, Senator? An honor to have you here once again. Let me clean my hands. I was just eating.
Great pleasure. Hi.
Don't
pleasure.
shake the senator's
Senator,
hands with dirty
how are you?
hands.
Senator, when you are a senator, do you have to always wear the American flag pin? A lot of guys, I feel pressured into it. You have to wear it. It's almost like a prerequisite.
When did that start? Because it wasn't always.
The answer is no.
Right.
But I've been wearing it since 9/11.
Excellent.
We're at war, and I think it's a good thing to wear. I have the option of wearing my Senate button or the American flag.
Wear the flag.
I prize the American flag more highly than my Senate button. You can tell that from my voting record.
Now, we have a million questions for you because we were talking. We don't know much about politics. We're not. We represent the American people. We don't know anything.
Come on, Howard. I've been on the show before.
We don't know a lot. But how is your health and how are you feeling, first of all?
I'm delighted to say my health is excellent.
Yes.
I've had a couple of bouts with chemotherapy.
Again, since I last saw you.
Well, yeah. I had a recurrence of Hodgkin's last year and got through chemotherapy.
Was it hell?
Yes.
And yet you went to work every day.
That's right. It was easier to go to work every day than to sit home and feel sorry for myself.
Let me ask you.
The hard part, Howard,
yes,
was when I got bald and I was on TV a lot with a confirmation hearing of Chief Justice Roberts and Justice Alito, and I started to get more fan mail or more mail about my hairstyling than public policy. People wrote me and said I should shave my head and become a sex symbol, but I didn't do that for two reasons, Howard. One, my wife was opposed, and with a reason like that, I didn't need another, but secondly, I wasn't qualified.
Isn't it frustrating, though, sometimes, we're joking around, but isn't it frustrating that sometimes people are more caught up in whether or not what your hairstyle is as opposed to anything you might believe politically?
Well, frustrating in a sense, but your health brings up a lot of sympathy. it's a very personal thing because so many people have health problems, and so
Right.
many people have Hodgkin's or one malady or another.
But how do you keep your mind on work? We'd be consumed with whatever we felt, and how bad life was and why did this happen to me and, sitting around whining and feeling sorry for ourselves.
Yeah, we're a bunch of women. We really do. We complain.
Well, the answer to that is when you go into the Senate and you're chairman of the Judiciary Committee and Senator Biden, who, by the way, is a very, very good friend of mine, now Vice President Biden,
right,
has 30 minutes to question Roberts, and he spends 26 minutes before he lets Roberts say anything, and then Roberts starts to talk and he interrupts him, and I have to let the witness answer. That's a great distraction.
I
You
see.
No matter how bad the chemotherapy is, sometimes your fellow senators are more distracted.
But you're going to run for re-election, right?
Sure I am. Yeah.
So at this point, with your health, you've done it all. You've been there. Why not take some time off and relax? I'm being serious now. Have you ever sat down with your wife?
Into?
Well, yeah.
Well, I am taking time off. Here I am, Howard. I'm relaxing.
You're here. You call this relaxing?
Is this
I'm
relaxing?
relaxing for the whole hour.
Wow.
I'll tell you why I'm running, Howard. Give you a serious answer, and that is that there are a lot of problems.
Yeah.
You take a look at what's happening today with nuclear weapons.
Right. This maniac over in North Korea.
Okay, and you got
And Iran.
some, you got some in Iran, and I've got grandchildren.
Right.
And I've been in the Senate now. I'm finishing up on 30 years next year.
Right.
And I've met with the real menaces of the world. Went to see Muammar Gaddafi a couple of years ago.
Yes.
Went to visit Hugo Chavez not too long ago. Went to Fidel Castro. Met Saddam Hussein, Hafez al-Assad.
Now me. Hey,
Wow. Your list is really amazing.
The point is that experience, I think, is helpful.
Right.
And
you've got seniority. You've done some things. You've seen some people.
But you know what? You have to sit and think.
Yeah.
All right, you've been there for 30 years. Do you think the country's gotten better or worse over the time you've been there?
I think that it's still on the upward climb.
You do. You're optimistic.
Notwithstanding all the problems, I'm very bullish on the future of America.
Now, you voted, and I admire you for this. You were one of the few Republicans that crossed over and voted for the president. You stuck with him. You see that he's an intelligent guy. And you don't always vote. If you see something reasonable, you will not always vote along party lines. I admire this. You're not stuck in your ways.
Howard, I didn't vote for the president. I voted for America.
Right.
I voted for America because I believe that the economic situation is so perilous that we could have a 1929 depression.
That's right.
But are there people you must see in your own party who would like to see the country get worse just because it would politically serve their purposes?
That crackpot Rush Limbaugh. Creep.
Right? I never attack prominent radio personalities like
Come
Howard
on,
Stern.
let's go.
Like Howard Stern or anybody else, or people who buy.
You okay with Limbaugh? You like him?
Do I like Rush Limbaugh?
Limbaugh, yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
You do?
Yeah.
You met with him?
Yes, I have.
Is he
Then
a
you met
crackpot?
with another nemesis.
No, he's not a.
He's an enemy of the country.
No, he's not. He's expressing his opinion.
He wants the president to do poorly. Wait a second.
Howard, I once
Senator.
heard someone who criticized you.
Well, you don't see him around anymore, do you? Don't ask where he went. Senator, wait a second. In all seriousness, he wants the president to do poorly? Listen, I never voted for Bush, but I always wanted to see him do well. I'm an American. I want my president to be successful. Who says I don't want my president to do well? That's anti-America.
I haven't heard Rush Limbaugh say that, but there's a lot of talk which is provocative.
Yes.
There's a lot of comment. You fellas, and I know this doesn't apply to you, Howard.
Of course not.
Probably doesn't apply to Rush.
Right.
But some of these talk show guys want to attract an audience.
Oh.
I don't want to do that.
Is that what they're up to?
The more provocative, the more
That's
audience,
true.
the more
But you
ratings,
want-
the
Do
more
you
money.
see
But
it
we
where
are
it
Americans.
wouldn't be good, like in the Senate, where people are saying, you know what, let's try to, make this guy stumble. Let's try to keep a logjam going. Let's keep the country in a quagmire, a stalemate, so that in another 4 years we'll get elected.
Well, I think in the heart of hearts, most Americans, not all, would like to see the country succeed and would like to see President Obama succeed.
That's why I like that you voted, and you said you made up your opinion. You didn't get swayed by everyone in your party. You're a free thinker, and that's what we need. I like it. I'm applauding you. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it's brought me a primary campaign. Mr. Toomey was going to run for governor. Now he's going to run for the Senate. So
The guy running against you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, some people got mad at you because you didn't vote lock and step with the Republican Party.
And what is going on with the Republican Party? Is Rush the leader of the party, or is it that other guy?
And why are you not the leader of the party?
I don't think you can really identify with precision a leader. If you had to pick somebody, I think you'd pick Senator McCain. He was a presidential candidate last time, and until we have another one, I think that John's the titular head of the party.
Yeah, I like him. And you know, the question is, now that Bush is out of office, should he be tried for war crimes? Do you think that President Bush knew that there were no weapons of mass destruction? I happen to believe he knew that there were no weapons. I think it was pushed on the Senate. It was pushed on the Congress, on the American people. We were lied to.
What was going on there? Do you feel, as a senator, you were given erroneous information?
Definitely.
Right.
Listen, Colin Powell, Secretary of State Powell,
yes,
whom we all had a lot of confidence in, went out and pushed the CIA reputedly very, very hard, and came back and appeared in the United Nations Forum and said there are weapons of mass destruction.
And that went a long way with all of us.
Yeah. Well, it
because
sure
we trusted
did.
him.
He was a person whom we thought would have sufficient intelligence and perseverance and know-how to get the facts.
So do you feel you were intentionally given erroneous information?
No, not intentionally, but definitely given erroneous information.
So there's no fault. We are in this mess, and it's nobody's fault?
You could blame the analysts who were wrong. Listen, had we known Saddam did not have weapons of mass destruction, we wouldn't have gone into Iraq.
You bet.
We wouldn't have done that.
What was the point? We were doing well in Afghanistan. That was the mission.
Well,
and
I don't think the guys in the CIA were malicious and gave us deliberately wrong information.
You don't think Bush and Cheney knew that this was a bit of a hoax? That they had to push us? And I think Bush always had it in for Saddam Hussein since the old man, got and mixed it up with him. I really believe that.
I do not believe that our leaders, the president, the vice president, deliberately and maliciously led us down the wrong path.
So we're not going to have a cool trial or anything like that?
Nobody's
Never.
going to jail.
No one's going to jail.
Well,
we can't waterboard Cheney.
You can't try somebody for being wrong.
Are you into waterboarding at all? Do you like that? I like it. I think I like it.
I would like to waterboard Cheney.
Yeah.
I'm opposed to waterboarding. I voted against it.
Yeah.
I worked hard and still am on the issue of expansion of executive authority.
Right.
And I don't sanction torture at all.
Do you think the Bush presidency was a good presidency overall, or do you think that he will go down in history as a bad president?
I think it is too soon to tell. Remember that when Truman left the White House, he was considered a colossal failure. Now he's considered one of the best
greats.
presidents. When Gerald Ford pardoned Richard Nixon, it cost him the election.
And I think he was one of the best presidents.
Well, and now...
And that was a great decision.
Now they say it was a good decision.
That is viewed as a great act.
That's true.
In American history.
So you think Bush might, in history, go down as a great president?
What would the legacy be?
Well,
what did he do?
He has the potential, if Iraq turns into a democracy,
right,
if Afghanistan can be saved as a democracy, that will be an enormous accomplishment.
It's true.
But he wouldn't have done it. He would have just created the situation where we had to go into these places.
No, President Bush always articulated an idea of spreading democracy. And if you spread democracy to countries like Iraq and Afghanistan, it'd be a gigantic achievement.
Well, they can build monuments to him.
When you met privately with him, did you find him to be an intelligent guy? Or do you think,
absolutely.
Do you think Cheney was pulling the strings there?
Oh, no.
No way.
No, absolutely. I had a situation once where we were creating legislation on the Director of National Intelligence, and I wanted the guy to have control over all the intelligence agencies, and I wanted to put language in of direct. And it was at the end of the term in October, about to break, and they sent Tom Ridge, who was the head guy on Homeland Security,
right.
And I wouldn't budge. Cheney called me up, and I wouldn't budge. And I said, well, if you tell me that the president will back this up when we come back, I'll relent and support the bill. And Vice President Cheney said to me, I can't speak for the president, Senator. No way. You want that assurance, call the president. And I did. And
he convinced you?
Huh?
He was a convincing guy, a bright guy on the phone.
Well, I saw a lot of him personally.
Yes.
During 2004, when we were both on the ticket, he came to Pennsylvania more than 40 times. And up close, he was with it. He was communicative.
I feel he vacationed too much. He took too many vacations.
I was going to say, what about his work ethic?
I never thought he was into the job. I know Ronald Reagan had a relaxed.
Could you find him in the office?
I know that Ronald Reagan had a relaxed viewpoint. He took that Camp David. They got to get rid of that Camp David. You agree? I agree. It's got to be gone.
Did he agree?
Absolutely not.
Wait a second.
He needs to talk.
What, are you kidding me? These guys get seduced by this Camp David. When you finally get to be president, if you had the chance to be president, you're going to go to Camp David or you're going to get into the job? At least get into the job. Enough with Camp David.
That red telephone follows him everywhere. Listen.
Yeah.
In the time George Bush was in office, he turned gray.
He did.
Howard, I've known you for more than a decade, and you haven't turned gray at all.
I have a few grays. Believe me. You work around here, you'll get some gray.
I'm about 15 feet from you, or 12 feet.
I have a couple, and I don't dye this hair. This is all natural.
Well, okay, if you have a couple, George Bush has a head full.
He does.
So maybe you haven't been on the job, Howard.
Yeah, well, I have. I've been right here. You know, it's
Where's your red telephone, Howard?
It's here. It's here. Listen to me. When you're a senator, is it a very cool thing? I heard the cafeteria is unbelievable. Like, unbelievable food. Great stuff. And also, the other thing I want to know, is it very cool? Like, do they come and brief you every day and give you top secret stuff that no one knows? I mean, are you sitting here right now and know stuff that we don't know?
Yeah, I do, but it'll be in the Washington Post tomorrow morning.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is nothing a secret in Washington?
Virtually nothing.
Who leaks this
Very
stuff?
little
Wait
is
a minute.
kept secret.
You think the president doesn't know things that we don't know? Come on, somebody's got to have secrets.
Of course the president knows things that we don't know.
Uh-huh.
When I was chairman of the Intelligence Committee in the 104th Congress, 1995 and 1996, and I had access to a lot of CIA information, I found that the director of the CIA did not know things that were being kept from him.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That's a fact.
So right now you're sitting here. You maybe. When was the last time you were briefed on important matters of the country?
10 days ago.
So you learned some things in that meeting, right?
Well, I did, and I read about it in the Post the next morning.
You did everything, or do you know something right now that's so cool? I mean, that's so wild, but we can't know about it.
No.
You do not?
No.
You would tell me, wouldn't you?
No.
You would not?
If I knew something that fit that description, I would not tell you.
Listen.
But I wouldn't tell you that I didn't know if I did know.
Interesting. Carly Simon was here. She told me who You're So Vain was about, the song. You could certainly tell me a few things that are cool, and I won't leak it. I promise you.
Well, he'll tell you who the song is about if you tell him a story.
That's right.
Actually, Howard will forget Howard will forget what you say to him.
That's true, too. I forgot who You're So Vain is about. I can't even mean it. Gay marriage. Are we for it or against it? I'm for it. I don't care who gets married to who.
Let's get this off the table.
I think, listen, I know sometimes in politics you got to say what these, kooks all, they're all sitting and worry. I think two guys getting married, I don't care. I don't care. Let them be married. What do you think?
I believe that gays ought to have all of the rights to health care, immigration, but the act of marriage I would reserve for a man and a woman.
Really? Do you feel pressure to say that? I mean, secretly, do you lay down at night and go, you know what, I don't give a rat's ass, but I got to say this because these religious kooks won't vote me back in?
Well, I believe that the institution of marriage is different. We had it come up in the Senate. The vote was, as I recollect, 86-14 in favor of not a gay marriage, but
civil union.
But most of the people of the 84 who voted that way said health benefits, yes. I had a question. I was at Muhlenberg College last Friday,
right,
and a woman said that a gay couple couldn't get immigration in. Would I look into that? And I said, yeah. I think a gay couple ought to have the same rights to break somebody through on immigration.
Yeah, why not? Who cares?
Wait a minute. Here's the deal, because civil union doesn't work. When gay couples wind up in a situation where one of them is hospitalized or is incapable of conducting their own affairs at a certain point, the other party is kept away from them if they're in that situation where only family members can come in.
Well, that can be handled by authorization and the power of attorney.
Yeah, but, sometimes people don't think of these things. And a married couple, they just walk right through.
What about adoption?
Well, yeah, but then, again, sometimes people don't have the money for these lawyers. If you can just get married, you can walk through.
Hey, never mind that. How you doing with your investigation of the New England Patriots? Anything going on there?
The New England Patriots?
That's right.
Let me come back to your point on the gays. We could legislate, pass laws to give gay couples all the rights of married couples, so that they could get into the hospital and they wouldn't have to have lawyers. Yeah, but that's going to
go point by point by point when marriage would just take care of all of it.
Well, no, you could pass a law. This is a state matter. This is not a federal matter. Marriage, divorce, family matters are handled by the states. The state could pass a law that a gay marriage will entitle them to all of the benefits of a heterosexual marriage. But on to the New England Patriots.
Right.
Because we got to get them in line.
Well, they didn't win the Super Bowl last year.
That's right.
And there was no evidence that they had hidden cameras on the sidelines to illegally find out what the other team was doing.
You are a very big Eagles fan, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so you were pretty pissed. You don't want to hear anybody getting an advantage in a game over...
because they're looking at others'
That's right.
The Eagle fan and the Steelers fan.
Right.
The Patriots beat the Eagles by 3 points in the Super Bowl in 2005. They beat the Steelers.
Right.
A couple of months before they had lost to them, and there was evidence that they had illegally obtained their plays, and I think we put a stop to it.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I think you did. I think you truly did. Now, what are you thinking with this pot, the marijuana? I think it's going to be legalized. I think it almost is. State by state, they got this legal marijuana. And guys I know who are getting legal marijuana, believe me, nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them.
Howard,
I'll give you a few names.
I'm about to hand you a subpoena, Howard.
Good, thank you. Okay, I'll testify.
You want names?
I would testify. I'm not a pot smoker. I don't smoke weed. Makes me paranoid. Did you ever try it? Did you ever say to yourself, I got to smoke a little of this marijuana?
No.
No?
Never.
No.
All you do is drink?
I drank martinis.
Never tried acid? Never tried hash oil? None of this crazy stuff? Nothing?
I was in Nepal in 1972. I made a trip for the Peace Corps. On the National Advisory Council of the Peace Corps, and I went to Palau, where a Peace Corps lawyer was tying up the United States Air Force on a base they wanted. He was advising Palau on their constitution.
Right.
And I went to Palau to try to mediate the dispute. And I said to this general, General, I'm the DA of Philadelphia. He didn't like the fact that this lawyer being paid by the United States was harming what he thought was national defense. I said, listen, I prosecute murderers, and they're defended by lawyers who are paid by the state. And a lawyer is supposed to represent his client and not represent the United States when the client has contradictory interests.
Right.
And I solved the problem. The general let him go. Now, the point, coming back to your point, I was in Nepal en route, and pot was legal.
Go ahead. I think you're ready to admit something.
And we're sitting around a campfire,
Right.
all the Peace Corps volunteers, and they were smoking marijuana. And here was a chance to smoke marijuana legally.
Now, I'm surprised.
And I turned it down.
Why?
Because I don't want to submit my body to a temptation which I might not be able to control.
And you don't have a secret family in Nepal? Nothing crazy happened there where you took up with a woman and there's no specters running around in Nepal?
No, I had my
That's
wife
right.
with me.
Yeah, you did.
She's in the outer.
And she
outer
didn't
rim
try the
today.
marijuana? I'm surprised.
No.
Could have spiced up a little of the marriage? You never know. I mean, who knows what
Our
would have
marriage
happened?
is so spicy.
Is it?
So spicy.
Still is
you
good.
couldn't up the spice content.
Are you serious?
Well, you were going to ask
Yeah.
about the Obamas.
No. You think the Obamas are spicy? They present like they're doing it every night.
You made a comment about how spicy Joan was when she was here about a decade ago.
That's true.
Do I think the Obamas have a spicy marriage?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You do. You get that feeling.
Well, I've met Michelle, Mighty Michelle, on a couple of occasions.
Yes.
We were
attractive woman.
We were very. We were invited to the Super Bowl party.
Yes.
The congressional delegations of the Pennsylvania with the Steelers and Arizona, we met him in Philadelphia. They came through earlier after he was elected, and when you see him walk into the helicopter holding hands, I think it's for real.
You think it's genuine. Sometimes
Yes.
it's put on for show. The Clintons sometimes walked around holding hands, and you question what the hell.
Well, he was trying to keep Hillary from hitting him.
I never saw the Clintons holding hands.
Yeah, right. So you feel it's a good marriage. You know, when you're in the Senate, you must see weird things. Do you think any of the senators are like swingers or something, like a dark secret like that? Do you ever see any evidence that some of them are up to shenanigans
Like our
with each other?
governor?
Do you ever think any senators getting it on with another senator? You hear gossip.
Yeah, I've seen the way they vote, that I don't like.
But wait a minute. During all those hearings with, about Bill Clinton's escapades with Monica Lewinsky, there were a lot of guys who had their mistresses in the audience.
That's true.
None that I know about. And if you have a liberal view of the world, it's not my business who's in the audience.
Right. You support I'm with you on this. You support giving loans to the failing auto companies. I had to think long and hard about this.
Well, I'm about near the end of my tether on that.
Right.
I think.
You don't think much more, huh?
Well, no, I don't. I think that the bailout package has been a failure overall. They started off with toxic debt, abandoned that, forced banks to take money. I voted against the release of the second $350 billion.
Right.
Because neither Paulson under Bush nor Gethner under President Obama have been successful. And I think if they don't shape up at this stage, it's going to end. They're going to be going into bankruptcy.
Have you spoken to Senator Kennedy? After all, you've gone through a cancer thing. He's going through a cancer. Did you call him personally and say you did? Are you friendly with him?
Oh, very friendly.
And you said to him what? I mean, did you give him some? You more than anyone can tell him what's going on.
I asked him how he was feeling.
Yeah.
And congratulated him on coming in on critical votes.
Right.
And talked to him about legislation on health care. We're on the Judiciary Committee together, done a lot of work on immigration together, a lot of work on health care. And I've been in the Senate now 29 years and have gotten to know him very, very well. He's a legend in his own time.
Right. But you can't bring up his health to him, can you? You can't give him words of advice about cancer, can you? Unless he asks.
Or does he ask you?
Well,
maybe he doesn't want to talk about it.
I sent him a copy of my book, Never Give In. Which,
you did. That's a good
book. I sent it a copy to everybody in the Senate with a personal inscription, and mine Ted Kennedy was a little different.
That's true. What did you say?
I said, talked about my respect and admiration for his long career in the Senate, what he's done on education and health care and immigration. I've co-sponsored legislation with him. When he first wanted to push legislation on hate crimes, I was the only Republican who would support him on hate crimes, and it was Kennedy Specter.
Right.
And we've co-sponsored a lot of legislation together over the years.
Is it possible for Republicans and Democrats to work together anymore? Is that lost art?
Senator Specter's doing it.
Well, he's one of the few, Howard.
Yeah, he is one of the few.
Is it possible? The answer is yes. Is it done enough? The answer is no.
And what are we going to do about this?
There's too much party line voting, and we need more independent judgments on these critical issues to try to solve them.
Right. So what are you doing in New York? Are you doing anything beside our show? Are you going around all the shows or what?
I'm raising money.
Oh, is that right?
I've got to raise.
What do you need?
$30 million.
Give it to me.
$30 million.
And I have to raise it in small sums.
Oh.
So.
You need it for the campaign.
I need it for the campaign to be reelected. Citizens for Arlen Specter, Washington, D.C.
So you can go to a website at specter2010.com.
Right.
So what's the most a guy like me can contribute to your campaign?
$4,800.
I'll send you some dough. If you're looking for, you want me to write a check or what?
Yeah. Citizens for Arlen Specter. Howard, I have to get 50,000 contributors. Governor Rendell and I have a lot of the same friends.
Right.
And one of our friends, Annenberg's, Walter Annenberg.
He's got plenty of dough.
And Mrs. Annenberg, and they can contribute very large sums of money and do to Governor Rendell.
Right.
Mrs. Annenberg asked me what was the most, she wanted to know what's the most she could contribute, and I said the most you can contribute is $2,400. I can say this, the most anybody can contribute is $2,400 in a primary, $2,400 in a general for $4,800.
Right.
And Mrs. Annenberg doesn't write checks that small.
She needs to know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
So, are you getting shoes?
Isn't that the worst part of being a senator?
Yes.
I mean it's got to be terrible. It's like all of a sudden you go from this sort of mighty position where and I know you're really dedicated to the job and you want to help people. And then all of a sudden you got to walk around with your hand out and ask people for money. It's got to be the worst feeling in the world.
It is awful.
Yeah.
And but it is necessary.
Right.
And I'm here in New York raising money, and I go all around the country to California, and I do town meetings all across Pennsylvania.
That's very draining. I could never
when do you
do
have
it.
time to be a senator?
I would just give up.
Well, I've favored, Senator Durbin and I have legislation in which would change the way campaigns are financed.
What would you like to see? What do you want to see happen?
Well, I'd like to see senators and people in public life out of the business of raising money for a couple of reasons.
So how would it work? Would it be
you
like
have a fund
you have
or
a fund, you get the same amount of money as your opponent, and that's it. Boom, that's it.
That's all.
Wow.
So stop this runaway campaign.
The only problem
money,
is what do you do with these guys who come in like Nudniks who are like third and fourth party candidates who really are just looking for some sort of attention?
You have to show a certain level of support that people are willing to support you.
Okay.
To try to separate the line. But there's a lot of public skepticism about money being important in politics.
Right.
Influential. And it takes a lot of time. And I think the country would be better off without it.
How much money do you think it would take? If you could just pass a law today, how much money should you be given to run for United States Senator if you could just change the whole system? No more donations, everybody equal playing field. What do you need to get your message out there?
Well, a couple of $1 million would be, a few $1 million would be sufficient. Depends upon the state size.
Right.
But part of it ought to be some help on public service. But it wouldn't take, if the other person doesn't have more, it would level the playing field and be beneficial.
That'd be pretty good. So it takes about $50 million to run for senator. And how you doing
Well,
so
he
far?
said 30.
Oh, 30. So how you doing so far? How much have you raised? Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
How much?
I've
What do
got
you got?
almost $7 million in the bank.
You got $7 million.
Yeah.
We got a long way to go. We got to go uphill on
Long
this.
way to
but-
go. Yep.
Jeez. All right. I hear what you're saying.
It depends how far we have to go, Howard, as to how strong your endorsement's going to be when I finish, and how much your listening audience will send to Arlen Specter, Washington, D.C.
No, this is an important thing. I need a friend in the Senate. I mean, it's I love that you come and do the show. I'm sending a check. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do my part. I'll get you reelected. What the hell am I going to do?
Okay. Now, what do you have to say to your listeners?
I'm telling them to do the same. Listen, we all do the same thing. We vote in a block.
Yeah, I just got the bold because he got it, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to give to you.
What kind of phone do you got? What kind of cell phone are you using? You got a BlackBerry? Really? I'm serious.
Sure.
You do?
Yeah.
You got a BlackBerry Bold?
I got a Verizon.
I got BlackBerry Bold. It's the top of the line BlackBerry, and I think you should get one too.
Yeah, you got AT&T. See, I'm like the senator.
We
I
can
have
instant message each other.
I have Verizon.
Oh, you have Verizon. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll instant message you. You'll see. You don't do any of that stuff. Do you go on the internet? Do you Twitter? Do you Facebook?
A little.
You Facebook?
I'm on Facebook, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
When you say you're on it, I mean you personally are on it, or you got your people on it?
Yeah, no, I've been on it.
Do you hate it? It's nonsense, right?
No, it's not nonsense.
It's the same jerks you meet in public. I mean, it's the same
the people
dopey.
you're trying to
it's
avoid.
the dopiest comment. You finally get home away from these nuts, and then all of a sudden they're on your Facebook.
It's part of America.
Yeah.
My principal line of activity, I subscribe to Major League Baseball on the cable, and I watch the Phillies wherever they're playing.
Right. Well, listen. I meant to tell you. I like this. You're one of the backers of the flat tax. I think that's great. Why don't they have flat tax?
It should. I have always advocated that anything that everybody has to do should be simple.
It would be so
we
easy.
We shouldn't have to hire people to comply with a law that everybody has to follow.
Senator, why is it so difficult to get this done?
Because it's a radical step.
Right.
I've advocated it for more than a decade. You can fill out your tax return on a postcard in 15 minutes. And two professors at Stanford, Hall and Rabushka, have laid out the whole blueprint. But it's hard to get past because it's so different.
But yet so simple. It would make people's lives easy.
Would save billions of dollars.
Absolutely.
On compliance.
Yeah.
Right.
Would eliminate a lot of the Internal Revenue Service, a lot of the bureaucracy.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go.
I saw Steve Forbes on Fox News.
He's always
a big
flat
proponent
tax,
of that,
yeah.
Steve Forbes. He's been pushing for that whole thing. But he's not getting anywhere. No one's getting anywhere. That's the problem.
It was his primary platform, and he got nowhere.
That's right. Let's, want to take 2 or 3 phone calls? Or you dare?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, calls are fine.
You're a brave man.
We don't take calls.
All right, let's go to Ken. I'll pop down some phones. You're on with Senator Arlen Specter. If you're a supporter, you go to Specter2010.com. I'm going to go on there. I'm going to
definitely. I hope you comply. You know, you say a lot of things.
I say a lot of things and I don't do them. But I'm going to really try and follow through on this one. I really mean it, if I may say so. Yes, go ahead, Ken.
My respect for your service, Senator, and for your fight against cancer and everything else. My sincere respect.
Thank you.
I do not like what you stand for one bit, and I believe I stand and speak with, not for, but with millions and millions of Americans who think that the Republicans that you so well represent put us in this dark, deep hole that we don't begin to know how to crawl out of. And I personally think you're the poster child for campaign reform that should limit senators to one term. Let's have
one term. I don't agree with that.
Wait a second.
What if somebody, wait a second, we got Bloomberg here in New York, for example. He's not a senator, obviously he's the mayor. But the guy's so competent, why would we want to get rid of him?
Listen, he says he's talking to Lenore Annenberg. She died 6 months ago. The ambassador 7 years ago. So is that who he's talking to?
No, listen.
Listen.
How do you handle that when people say to you the Republicans are responsible for everything bad going on right now? Answer
well,
this guy.
I say they're wrong.
Right.
I say that there are, you can't make that kind of a generalization. And we've got a lot of very solid thinkers in the Republican Party. The Republican Party traditionally has a duty to be the loyal opposition. They have to do it responsibly.
Right.
And I think that I'll speak for myself. If Ken has some objection, let him be specific. and let's talk about it.
Well, the point is
yeah,
that
he's painting you with the Republican brush, not your particular votes or activities.
I don't mind being painted with the Republican brush if he's specific as to what Republicans have done that he doesn't like. I don't believe in these generalizations and a big black tarring brush. Got something to say? Let's hear it.
Corrado, you're on Philadelphia.
Hey, Howard. Hey, Senator Specter.
Hello.
It's a pleasure speaking to you. You've contributed, you've helped a lot of the Philadelphia area, Delaware County, with jobs.
Did he specifically help you out?
Yeah, I work for Boeing, and he's supported us and got us work from the government. And now we have a contract, a CSAR contract that's coming up that Obama wants to put the kibosh on. I was wondering if you know anything about that and where it's going.
Any comment on that?
Which contract is that?
That's a CSAR. That's a search and rescue helicopter for Boeing.
You're talking about the helicopter that comes up like a helicopter and then flies forward with its fixed wing?
No. That's the V-22 Osprey.
Yeah.
This is the search and rescue for the Air Force.
Yeah. I have helped Boeing. They're right in the Philadelphia suburbs in Leicester.
Right.
But it's a balance as to what is good for national security.
Right.
Jobs are a factor, but the dominant factor is whether the military equipment is a good expenditure of taxpayers' money.
Let me change the subject. Final question. Don't you think McCain was done in once he picked Palin? Bad choice, right? Should have chose you. Should have gotten one of these top people with a brain in their head. I don't think that was a good choice.
That probably wasn't coming from him. That was not his choice.
I don't know who that came from. He should have fired whoever came up with the name Palin. I'll tell you that. I would. What do you think?
Well, I would not criticize Senator McCain for the selection he made. I do think that the final decision was Senator McCain's.
Right.
Because the nominee traditionally has the authority to pick the vice presidential nominee.
She was a lightweight.
He wouldn't have known about her.
She was a lightweight, though, right?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that she was a lightweight.
Come on.
You're so diplomatic.
This is. You are smiling. You can't even wipe the smile off your face.
I smile every now and then, especially when this beautiful woman is smiling at me.
That's Howard.
John McCain.
To call me a woman is insulting.
John McCain made a decision to help jumpstart his campaign.
Yes.
To bring somebody in who would ignite the base. And she created a tremendous amount of excitement. For example, shortly after she joined the ticket, I introduced them in Delaware County.
Yes.
A gigantic crowd, and she was a magnet. Now, when she faced a lot of specific, difficult questions, she was not able to respond like
you
Senator
would have.
Biden was, who had been in the Senate for.
Of course.
30 years.
He's a seasoned pro.
Well, so she did not shine in that line, but it was a calculation and the judgment that John McCain made, and it didn't work out as well as he had hoped.
It was a miscalculation. Listen, I have met many senators, governors, mayors, and I find that people are very cynical when it comes to their public officials. I find a lot of these people like yourself very intelligent, well-spoken, caring. I think they want to do public service. They could have gone to the private sector, made a lot more money. I admire people like yourself. And I looked at someone like her and I listened to her, and I didn't think she was seasoned. I don't think she was tested. And I don't think she had that same level of confidence and statesmanship that a lot of you guys have.
She saw
and she didn't have
Russia from
there was
her front porch.
When you meet a seasoned pro like Senator Specter, you see these guys, they're top-notch guys. You see them on TV. They know how to handle the questions. There's a level of expertise.
But you can get that at home. You could, you could season yourself.
Well, listen, she was in over a
Seasoning takes time.
Right.
I was a district attorney for 8 years.
Yeah, you got a brain in your head.
I worked on the Warren Commission staff. I've been in the Senate, and you learn things.
Right.
They put Sarah Palin in immediately into very deep water.
She was a Goyish cup.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't think she was that.
Yes. You know what I mean. Senator knows.
She'd been the mayor of a small town. She was
Right.
governor for a short time.
Right.
She had a Goyish cup. She didn't have a Yiddish cup.
No Yiddish cup. And you understand.
Cups are cups.
Cups are cups, and you do what you
She had a cup.
She had 34C cups. All right, listen. You can check out Senator Specter's website at specter2010.com. I encourage everyone to help out the senator. You don't like going around asking for money, you know. But
That's
listen,
a tough thing to do.
if you believe in him, you gotta pony up. That's what he's saying. This is the system, and this is what he's got to work with.
Right.
And that's that. Senator, great to see you. I understand your lovely wife is outside.
Joan is here.
And Joan is getting lectured as we speak. I was written on my computer that our program director is lecturing her on the detox diet.
Oh, boy.
The
You better
detox
get
diet.
her out of here.
Do you know Robin is on a detox diet? She does colonics and enemas. Way too much, in my opinion.
Way too much. He doesn't even know what I do.
Where do you stand on colonics and enemas? I'm not
Don't
into
stand.
it. Where do you stand?
I think on those items I wouldn't be standing.
You're not kidding.
That's right.
You
Don't
don't like
stand.
it. You don't like it, and I don't like it. The senator doesn't like what you're up to. But
It's okay. I'm doing fine.
on a personal level, I worry
It's
about
not
Robin.
up for a vote.
She's into this colonics.
I'm into nutrition. That's what I'm into.
Listen, so's the senator, but you don't see him doing what you're doing.
I don't
That's
know.
very
I don't
severe.
know. I don't know.
With
you
the
don't
water.
know. You didn't ask him.
It's unbelievable what she's up to. And now Tim's out there, who is a disciple of Robin's, lecturing your wife. Next thing you know, she'll be with the colonics and the enemas.
I do want to detox the Senate. I want to detox the White House. We got to get some clear thinking going.
I'm betting on Joan.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
You let me get a hold of her.
Senator, it is a pleasure. You
Thank
know
you,
I always
Howard.
love when you're here. You are honest. You come clean with all the answers. I feel this is the toughest room to answer political questions, even though we don't know anything. And
Yeah, because the questions don't make sense.
You got a great listening audience. On the occasions when I've been on your show, I hear about it absolutely for months.
I know you do.
And people are
Yeah, they're
very
telling you, what are you
interested in what you
thinking?
have to say.
Right.
And I tell them when I'm on the show, Howard Stern is clean.
I am. I pretty well behave. When you leave, though, I got to make up for it. There's going to be a lot of talk about women, sex, the whole thing. You understand, though. You know the business. All right, we're going to take a break. The great Senator Arlen Specter, website, specter2010.com. Thank you so much, Senator.
Thank you.
Pleasure to
Enjoyed
see
it very
you
much.
again.
Thanks.
Senator. A lot of hard-hitting questions in there today.
I would say that it was a thorough interrogation. I think had Howard Stern gone to Guantanamo, there would have been no questions raised about the propriety of the questioning, and all of the available information would have been gotten. So my next recommendation to the Department of Defense and Department of Justice is draft Howard Stern and send him to Guantanamo.
Now, were you pleased to hear that Howard said he's going to back you on your campaign and write a check, right?
Well, that part was delightful, and now I want to see how much sway he has with the millions of people out there. After I check the mail as a result of Howard's recommendation, I may not have to raise any more money. Just serve the public.
Let's cross our fingers and hope.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for stopping by today.
It's great to...
The story keeps growing and growing and growing. And I was listening to the wrap-up show yesterday, and I thought Mad Dog was great on there. Mad Dog came in.
I was on the wrap-up show. I love the Mad Dog. I've always been a big fan of him. And I was on the wrap-up show, and I left right... I would have loved to have been there. He came in after I left. That would have been so great to mock the pitch with the Mad Dog.
Oh, it was so
Do
great.
you know what happened with the Mad Dog?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mad Dog came in, and he hadn't even seen the pitch. They showed it to him. And it was so great because I caught him right as he was leaving, and they go, Mad Dog, out of all the opening pitches you've seen, where does this one stand? And he goes, the worst. The worst. And
with that
Gary,
delivery.
Yeah, great delivery. And Gary goes,
he's the funniest.
Listen,
man.
What about Carl Lewis? He goes, I didn't see Carl Lewis. I saw you.
But in fairness to Gary, you have to see Carl Lewis.
Really?
Well,
he did an
looks-
opening pitch?
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I have to tell you, yesterday, everyone was sending YouTube videos around of different opening day pitches. The three that stuck out in my mind, and you can go on YouTube and see these. Kim Kardashian was in high heels.
Oh, my.
I mean, get over the fact that it's annoying that she even throws out an opening pitch. She's nobody. a chick with a big fat ass that claims that somewhere like black guys dig an ass that big. I know a lot of black guys. They ain't digging that ass.
Well, she's got a black boyfriend.
That's true. But
she found one.
Okay.
He's a multi-millionaire football player.
Yeah, by the way, I mean, she was in high heels and threw the ball better than Gary. Then there is another YouTube video of a guy who essentially has some sort of bone disorder. I think we've had him on the show, quite frankly. And he's in a wheelchair. He's smaller than Eric the Midget. In other words, he has that same kind of bone dysfunction where he barely has arms and legs.
And hardly a torso.
In fact, Eric's way more functional than this guy.
Yeah.
He laid down in the field. His dream was to throw out the opening pitch. He did this in, I think, Chicago. And he lays down on the grass and rolls himself and threw the opening pitch dead on right to the catcher.
Yeah.
Right on to the catcher.
And he has to take his eye off of the plate to roll backwards away and then roll forward and throw.
I mean, you'll love it. I don't even know I don't know what he would look under on YouTube. I guess opening pitches, but it's really actually quite inspirational what this kid did. And
what's the third one?
The third one, let's see, was Kim Kardashian.
I know what the third one is.
What was the third one?
Believe me, I've studied this all day. The blind guy.
Oh, the blind guy.
A blind guy.
This blind guy goes out, and I'm talking about pitches from the mound right to the catcher. Now, I am not kidding you. I am not kidding you. The man is fully blind. I mean, not like partial sight. No, a blind gentleman. His dream was to throw out the first pitch. They talk to him ahead of time. They give him the general direction. The guy throws the ball. Bam! Right to the catcher.
From the mound.
From the mound.
Wow.
From the mound. I couldn't believe it. I said, Jesus Christ, poor Gary. Was your day horrible, or you just kind of let go of it? I mean, it was a beating yesterday.
I got to tell you, and I'm not lying about this, it got infinitely better when I walked out of here. In other words, like...
Really, my day got worse.
Here, that's all it is. When I leave here, listen, maybe people aren't saying anything, but, I mean, I did a lot of stuff yesterday, and it came up a couple of times, but it isn't every second of every movement.
No, but, Gary, in here, at least we're saying it to your face. Right. Out there, people
They're just thinking and snickering.
I like it better out there, Artie.
All right, well, listen.
But do you know how the Mad Dog got on the show?
Yeah, Scott DePace brought him in.
Yeah, well, Gary had said to Tim he didn't want him in.
Yeah, Gary told Tim, it was really weird. Gary's telling me this story this morning. Tim said, I'm going to get the Mad Dog in there because he'd be perfect for this thing.
Yeah.
And Gary was like, no, we don't want him in there. It's not necessary.
Listen, we already got Dan Patrick calling in.
Dan Patrick was great.
John, I feel bad for Gary. I was listening earlier.
Bullshit.
I swear I do feel sorry for you, Gary, because I know that you beat yourself up. And when Ralph is making fun of you for something that may be construed as being manly, I understood Artie. And Artie had every reason to pounce on you. But I did feel bad for you because I know you were grinding too much. Typical you thought about it too much. But, Gary, when the first pitch goes out of the picture frame, I can't defend you.
And nor do I expect you to, Dad.
I know. I tried. I just said, I feel bad for him, but God awful. God awful.
Dad, would you do me? Can I ask you one tiny favor?
Yeah.
Could you not mention it in the SI column?
And by the way, it's my show, and if I can listen. If I didn't want the Mad Dog in because I knew he was just going to be doing all that, so Tim was like, "Fine, all right."
So meanwhile, Mad Dog walks in, and Gary finds out later, Scott DePace just
saw him in the hall.
He says, I thought that this would be a good guest for you. And Gary goes, Scott, all the years I know you, have you ever brought a guest in? Why today?
I love that.
Well, you know why I'm pissed off? I want to get a tape of that because when the Mad Dog...
I could play a little bit of it.
When the Mad Dog is mad at something, the Mad Dog, he can be so funny. I'll never forget the first time I ever heard him. It was like 1989 in the summer, and my cousin turned me on to him. Greg LeMond, I think, was the guy's name. He was a bike rider, like Lance Armstrong. He won the Tour de France. That's all he did, really. And he won Athlete of the Year from Sports Illustrated. And Michael Jordan had just won the MVP of the NBA and stuff. So Mad Dog was going to Francesa. He keeps going, he rode a bike, Mike, for 3 weeks. 3 weeks he rode a bike. Michael Jordan's the MVP of the NBA. This guy's a moron. I can ride a bike for 3 weeks, Mike, through France.
Here's Mad Dog.
Now, will this kill all of his credibility in your eyes when it comes to sports, Chris?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And he's a decent sports fan. He's not bad.
No, he's a good sports fan.
Sports fan. But I can't take him seriously.
Come on.
All right.
Do the top one.
Mad Dog now watching Gary's pitch for the very first time.
Let me take a look at it. Oh, that's not you.
Here we go.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, no. With the number 9. Holy, that is not bad. That is pathetic.
It is pathetic. We agree.
You guys been on him all day?
Are you kidding?
Howard been on him too?
Please, this is never going to end. Do you think this should end?
No, should not. Not with that kind of performance.
Does Artie have every right to break his balls over?
The second I left my hands.
I have had some issues first pitches too, but I've done it in minor league ballparks. I'm smart enough in a major league ballpark to make sure I get the ball over the plate. Yogi Berra's 80. He throws better than you.
He was on the grass.
Of the ones you've seen, where does this rank? Of the ones you've seen.
That's the worst I've ever seen.
Worst of Christmas.
That's when I tuned in. He goes, "That's the worst I've ever seen." That's when Gary started to defend himself and say, "You haven't seen them all." And he goes, "Listen, you asked me out of the ones I saw that one. It's the worst."
I said to him, worse than Chris Rock? I haven't seen that one.
All right.
Worse than Carl Lewis? I haven't seen that one.
He saw yours.
How do you do that? How do you throw out a pitch like that?
I was thinking about this,
Everybody's busting his job.
I know. I was thinking about this, too. I said, the guy I want to interview is the sports psychologist that worked with Gary.
Yeah.
Because what did he tell Gary? Gary, what did the guy say to you?
I could probably get him on the phone.
Yeah, well, I've got a couple of people calling in today to comment on the pitch.
Oh, really? Who else?
Len Berman.
Great.
Johnny Damon from the Yankees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Ron Darling.
Oh, my
from the
goodness.
Mets.
How did you get Johnny Damon?
We brought in a guest producer.
I contacted the guys last night, and Will and Jason, and I guess they went to work on this. But,
you want me to come in and talk about what we talked about, or you want me to get him on the phone? I don't know if I can get him on the phone this early. I think I don't know where he is.
Get him on later, because I just want to say, what the hell? What did he say to you? I'm just kind of curious.
I'll come in.
All right. I mean, what does a sports psychologist say to somebody who's going to throw out a pitch?
They probably just try and find a way to get you to relax.
Yeah.
But I guess it didn't work.
Yeah, what was the general...
I don't know if
Exactly what he
this
said to
guy wants
me,
to
because
come on.
I actually thought it was fairly good advice, but it wasn't. Like, even Lisa G talked to me about it. She said, did he tell you to focus, to not concentrate on the crowd? But we didn't talk about any of that.
What about what Oberman said? Just throw the ball over, over
aim
the
at
pitcher.
the catcher's head.
I'm aware. Those are all things that were on my mind. The sports guy said to me, he goes, "Okay, what's your worst fear?"
Right.
And I said, "My worst fear is that the ball goes exactly what happened. Exactly what happened." And he goes, "Okay." He goes, "If that happens, then what's your worst fear?" I said, "Everybody makes fun of me." He goes, "Okay." I go, "Everybody thinks I'm less of a man." He goes, "Okay."
Right.
And then he goes, "Now, I've listened to the show for a long time." And he goes, "I know that you've had tragedy in your life." He goes, "Taking real tragedy in your life," he goes, "compared to what could happen," he goes, "where would you put those?" And I said, "Well, real tragedy in my life is like a 10.
Right.
And he goes, "Where would you put that if that happened?" I said, "Like a 2.
9.
Now it's more like a 5. But he said, listen.
So he tried to say...
In the grand scheme of things, what does it really mean? Just go out and do your best. And then he said, you grew up as a kid. This was your dream. He goes, you always thought you're a big Met fan. He goes, embrace the fact that you're doing something great instead of focusing on the fact that you could do something wrong."
Then he's
none of it worked.
So he got Gary prepared for failure.
Can I ask you something, Gary? Is this the same guy who spoke to Ralph Branca before he pitched to Bobby Thompson?
Yeah. I mean, he's 90 years old.
Call me a bad psychologist. I would have sat Gary down and said, "Listen, asshole, you better get your shit together because you don't want to be goofed on the rest of your life."
Did this guy talk to Mariano Rivera before he went out for the 9th inning of the fucking Diamondbacks World Series?
I mean, this guy basically prepared you for failure. I mean,
I don't think so. In fact, I was saying to John Hine after I spoke to him, I felt better. I got to tell you, I was so nervous the whole time. When I got up Saturday morning, I felt surprisingly calm.
Right.
Until I hit the field.
Right. Yeah. Well, listen, I understand that. Vito, you're on the air in Fort Lauderdale.
Hey now. Hey, I was wanted to watch Gary's shot put yesterday.
Put.
I was looking online, and I called the Major League Baseball has taken it off YouTube because they've taken all rights for it now.
Yeah, most of them are down. Major League Baseball. That's why you can't find the Chris Rock one that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball are real ball busters about that stuff. And I've even seen stuff that's happened in a game.
Yeah.
And someone will say, "Go to YouTube." And then you go there and it says this has been taken down by.
So how does YouTube get it taken down? Like I've written letters. I've written letters to YouTube, and I tell them I don't want my stuff up there, and they just like basically piss on me.
They're more afraid of Major League Baseball than they are of you.
Major
You know what,
League
Howard?
Baseball got better lawyers.
If you pursued it, I bet you could. I mean, if someone like you pursued it a lot, you could get it.
I think what YouTube says is, and this is such horseshit. I've said to him, wait a second, how do you guys legally get away with this? You know, they said if you send us a letter about something that you see up there that you don't want, we'll take it down. So I said, well, there's about 1 million things. Go, well, you got to write us 1 million letters. In other words,
so each individual thing.
And I go, well, who's making up that rule? You guys? I mean, how about I don't want any Howard Stern anything up there?
I would guess, Howard, I swear to God, because Major League Baseball is so protective of their stuff that there might be a guy there whose job it is to just look at YouTube and get that stuff taken down all day long.
Yeah, well, I know about that because, see, you're on a different level, but my agents actually, because I wanted stuff taken down, too, from my DVD. Because I was like,
it hurts sales.
But they said for you, it's actually better promotion. So it's like a weird... For a guy like me, they're like, no, that helps you, you know. But
I don't see that.
There's still like 2 or 3 up, but there were like 50 up yesterday.
They say your pitch is available at MLB.com, MajorLeagueBaseball.com.
Oh, so Major League Baseball had to take it down so they could put it up?
Right.
Absolutely. If it's driving people to a site, they want people
going to
their website. Hey, we got a hot item here.
Yeah. And in this economy, it's going to be all about money. I bet Major League Baseball loosens up a little bit for shit like this.
I don't think so.
I think they will. Shit like this, I think they'll want people to.
No, they have their own website. You can see anything. You can watch any game you want there.
You know
and
what's
they're baseball.
amazing though? Like, okay, you're embarrassed by this, and you went out and did them a favor. You know, you pitched the opening pitch and all that. So now they're using it and putting it up there to humiliate you.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't do a favor for baseball. I did a favor for the Autism Society.
Yeah, but I mean,
baseball is benefiting.
They think they did me a favor by letting me go out.
Yeah, but Garrett, if you go to autism.com, your pitch is up there, too.
You can't even watch the Met game anymore.
I know.
Can't Jackson become a Yankee fan now, though?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Why, the Mets are doing better than the Yankees.
Yeah, but, I mean, Garrett.
Howard, do you think that Ted Kennedy threw better than Baba Booey?
Did he throw out a pitch?
No, Ted Kennedy got medical
guy's got
problems.
brain cancer.
He's got brain cancer. That's
I'm sure he wasn't even on the mound.
Yeah, we're not putting him in the category.
He was like 2 feet away.
Yeah.
But Mary even said to me, like last night, she's still like not budging on me getting over it. And she goes,
do you think she thinks, when you look at her, do you project that she thinks less of you as a man?
Not even a little. She thinks this is the dumbest fucking thing. She really thinks this is so stupid. And she said to me yesterday, she's like, so when am I getting my Mother's Day? You owe me a day.
Yeah, but when you look at her, do you ever think, gee, she thinks a little bit less of me because I didn't throw a good pitch?
No, she does. She genuinely.
No. I know that she genuinely.
So if she doesn't care, then I don't care. Like, I don't care because she doesn't care.
I'm telling you what it's like, man. And as an Italian guy, I remember being in high school and going to St. Anthony's Feast down in Greenwich Village. And my girlfriend's older sister had an Italian boyfriend, and he got robbed on the street. He got mugged by these 2 kids. And he felt so emasculated that he stopped dating the chick.
Wow.
He goes, you saw me get robbed.
But it's not his fault.
Well, but you know what it is? You get embarrassed. In other words, like if I, like Beth was telling me she could throw better than you, and I was like, wow,
Can she throw better than you, do you think?
I don't think so, but, I'm not as experienced as you guys.
It sounds like she's a great athlete.
Right. She's a very good athlete.
So
but
probably goes better than me.
Yeah, she was saying that she'd participate in any. I think Howard TV was talking about, getting some people out there.
They're getting everybody together for a first pitch because Ralph said he could do better, and I think they're getting Ralph and Jason and Sal and John Hine and probably you.
So maybe we'll get involved in that. Hey, I got we'll get off Gary for a while, just for a while, and we'll have various experts will call into. All we're going to ask him is one question: where do you see this pitch in the history of first pitches? Len Berman would know. Ron Darling would know.
Ron Darling was there.
Johnny Damon would know. These are guys who are experts.
And they've seen a lot.
I'm a little irritated that I haven't been able to get I've been trying to get Johnny Damon on the show for like 2 years, and suddenly he pops up for this.
Now he's available.
He's available.
Will got us Johnny Damon and Ron Darling, and Gary can't get us his sports psychology.
Yeah, I'm thinking of making Gary, whatever Will and Jason are doing back there, and them in charge.
I'm busting your job.
Yeah, but actually, you did get him on. You got Johnny Damon on because of your pitch. Yeah, so I feel bad.
Somebody yesterday said, "Do I get a bonus for what's been going over the last 2 days for helping the show along?"
Yeah, somebody told me there was a theory floating around that Gary did it on purpose to help the show.
I tell you, I thought that.
Oh, really?
I thought that when I saw the pitch. I'm going, look,
Fred, you were right.
I I'm telling you, I think Gary's a genius. I think he's playing us all.
I admitted that on the wrap-up show yesterday, that it's all scripted. For Art, he's got a script in front of him.
I got to get to Len Berman real quick. I don't want to hang him up for the day.
Here's a guy who wears high heels.
Len.
Wow. Len knows how to dress for a day.
Len knows what he likes in a woman. Len, how are you?
Howard.
Long time no speak.
How are you?
I'm really good. Listen, Len.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. For anybody who doesn't know Len Berman, he is one of the top sports guys in America, right?
Legend.
I mean, you're one of the top guys.
I used to be Len Berman. Come on.
Yeah. LenBermanSports.com. He's got a website. Check him out. This and that, the other thing. Len, I wanted your opinion. Did you see Gary's pitch?
Who hasn't seen it?
All right. Did you actually see it?
You couldn't avoid it.
No, I just have one question.
Right.
That pitch was after he met with the psychologist and the pitching coach?
Yeah. I mean, the guy I really want to interview, Len, is the pitching psychologist or sports psychologist. What? I mean,
that's unbelievable. I mean, I've seen a lot of first pitches. Listen, Bush was wearing a chest protector, a bulletproof vest, and he threw a perfect strike before the World Series.
In fact, that's a legendary story in the sense that the president, they said to him, "Don't pitch from the mound because," and then someone pulled him aside and said, Derek Jeter said, "Listen, Mr. President, you better pitch from the mound or they'll boo you."
Yeah,
he said, "Well, I'm wearing a bulletproof vest." He says, "Makes it hard to move."
And Jeter said, "You better not bounce it too." Well, anyway, here's the thing: I've never seen a first pitch where the ump almost gets killed, and then the guy has the balls to walk off the mound and raise both hands in the air as if looking for accolades. I mean, I was stunned.
I know.
Yeah, what were the two thumbs up about?
I wasn't looking for accolades. It was more sort of like, there I am, I fucked it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, hey. It was more sort of like, look at me, I'm the fucking town fool.
All right, the key question, Len.
Yeah.
Is it the worst opening pitch you've personally ever seen?
Well, here's the thing. I've seen worse, but, for example, Bill Murray and Wrigley took the ball and threw it up on the screen behind home plate.
Did he?
He did it intentionally.
Oh, okay.
And I saw another guy once. This was a weird one in Florida. For some reason, there was a pickup flatbed truck moving along the dirt by the stands with the Florida Marlins mascot on the truck. And the pitcher, instead of throwing home plate for the first pitch, threw it at the pickup truck and broke a window. But that, again...
was intentional.
That was intentional.
No, it was a major league guy who was wild. That wasn't intentional.
Oh, okay. It was a wild pitch.
That's a famous clip.
Len, what about like, say, like Carl Lewis?
Yeah, well, I heard him sing the anthem. I don't remember his first. I heard him botch the national anthem.
Right, he had a couple of fuck-ups, Carl Lewis.
Are you putting this in the same category as screwing up the national anthem?
No, Carl Lewis threw out a first pitch that was pretty bad.
Gary keeps pointing to that, but I'm saying, Len.
I think Gary's reaching here.
Exactly. And in your personal experience, the ones that you've seen, and I've seen, by the way, I went on YouTube, I saw a blind guy throw the opening pitch perfectly. A blind man, fully blind, not even partial sight. That's on YouTube, documented. And I saw a kid who had like almost no arms and legs lay down on a lawn and throw a perfect pitch. Is this, in your opinion, and I'm being serious now, is it amongst the top 3 biggest fiascos?
I'd put it in the top 10, seriously. If you want a serious answer, I'd say top 10 material.
Wow.
Because I saw a guy unintentionally throw in the dugout. So, I mean...
that was worth the Gary.
No, because Bill Murray had to do that on purpose, because he was like, he's a good ball player from what I've heard.
But the fact that he almost killed the umpire here, I think moves him up maybe from 9th or 10th into like 6th or 7th.
There it is. That's from Len Berman.
I got to tell you.
Gary, this is your worst nightmare.
I have to tell you something. I have to take a positive, morsel out of anything I can. I was thinking Len would put me top 5, so 6 or 7 to me is that's a good thing.
That's actually not so bad.
I have to take what little I can get.
Because Mad Dog said yesterday that you were the number 1 worst.
Yeah, but Mad Dog hadn't seen the Chris Rock, he hadn't seen the Carl Lewis.
He said of what he saw.
What he saw, you're the worst.
I want to bring back spanning the world. I haven't done it in a few weeks now, so I mean, you would clearly.
Yes.
You would make.
He would have made it. He would have made it, right?
I'd be on Letterman.
I know. Hey, Len, what's going on with that? You're not with NBC local?
No, I left in April. Local news is changing, and they.
Can I tell you something? You're the guy, as far as I'm concerned, because I've been around New York broadcasting forever. Len's like the guy.
Thank you.
And I don't know what the hell is. It's so bad out there now. And yeah, sports is changing, local news is changing, everything's changing.
Well,
but it is such a sign of the times that NBC can't afford to keep Len Berman on the air. That's mind-blowing.
What can I tell you? It's really, truthfully, Howard, I know you were great to me on the air a few weeks ago. A lot of people have been unbelievable. It's like I've died and gone to my own funeral. The people have been really great. But that's one of the reasons I started this website. I sent out a daily email to people because people apparently, or especially young people, don't tune into the news. So I figured, well, I'll bring the news to them. So I send a daily email out.
Could you make any dough with this, LenBermanSports.com?
I don't know.
You don't know yet.
If I had Howard Stern promoted, I could, but
Well, I'm promoting LenBermanSports.com. I'll check it out.
There you go.
All right, Len, thanks.
Howard, thanks a million.
Later.
Thanks,
Bye.
Gary.
Top
Thanks,
10.
Robin.
Len says top 10.
Top 10 and maybe 6 or 7. Almost into the top 5.
Johnny Damon, the great New York Yankee left fielder, will be calling in a few minutes to comment on what he thinks of the pitch. He evidently saw it as well. And he will tell us.
That's embarrassing when real baseball players are standing there watching.
Yeah.
Do that.
I thought what a cool special would be of Howard 100. Maybe Tim will put this together. You get a room full of jocks, like good guys who talk sports, like sort of like that crew on NFL football, like that Howie character.
Right,
and all those guys. And they just sit around for a half hour on Howard 101 talking about the pitch and how it went wrong.
The ball breaking in sports is intense, man. Yeah. It's really fucking intense.
Yeah, it's like a guy's whole sort of machismo, It's his thing, is his mojo. And then you throw out a pitch like that. And
what?
Comes crumbling down.
I think, I'm being dead serious here. I think Gary might be a lefty.
You think he threw with the wrong hand?
Yeah, I think, Gary, have you ever tried that? Because you look like I throw with my left hand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe that's it. Gary, you might be a lefty.
Do you think you're a lefty? I don't know. I don't see him. Hey, I got to play you this call. Well, I'll try and sandwich this in before Johnny Damon gets on the phone, if that all comes together. Is it possible you're a lefty?
Yeah, it's possible. As a kid, I was a lefty.
You were?
Fuck you all.
No.
Fuck you and your dumbass fucking jokes, fat boy.
I'm just saying.
Former fat boy. I mean, listen, you can tell your dumbass joke, but I got to come in here and go, oh, no, I'm not a lefty. What am I, fucking Dean Martin?
I asked it, and
Howard
asked you.
Come on, suck my dick. I'm gay. Put your lips right around it, you motherfucker.
Now this is getting creepy. No, but I mean, really.
I was just going, I don't know. Am I a lefty?
Come on.
Now Gary's thinking he's funny.
Gary's gay. You can suck his dick.
The funny is that dumbass joke. Come on, you're a fucking professional. I'm an amateur. I'm a lefty. I can fucking write shit jokes.
All right, this is exciting. Johnny Damon's on the phone to discuss Gary's pitch. I won't keep him long. Johnny, hi. Welcome to the show, Johnny.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for calling in. In fact, this is the great New York Yankees left fielder, two-time All-Star, World Series champion.
When you get, with the
Yankees.
with the fucking Red Sox. When are you going to get a ring with the Yankees?
Well, I better get a ring this year, or a bunch of us are off somewhere else.
Hey, John.
You're not kidding.
Hey, John. If A-Rod wants a ring, he better get married again.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Artie.
Well, hopefully we win this year.
Hey, Johnny, I won't take up a lot of your time, but I do want to ask you about Gary's pitch. Did you actually see it?
Oh, yeah, I actually saw the video of it. And, Gary, where were you throwing that ball to?
To the umpire.
Right. He was actually aiming for the umpire.
He planned it that way.
He planned.
Okay.
Johnny, you've been around the sport a long time. You're obviously one of the top guys. When you think of this pitch and you study it, is it among the worst that you've seen?
I wish I could say so, but I mean, there's so many bad ones out there. Especially all the people out there who, make fun of arms and all that stuff. Gary's, it was bad, but I think it could have been a lot worse. All he has to say is that he was trying to throw it to the umpire and
yeah, but wait a second. In the top, let's say top 5, is it in the top 5 worst throws?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Wow.
That's all I needed to know, Johnny. I thought for sure.
Saying, it's getting an awful lot of attention.
He's no longer my favorite idiot.
Johnny, you're obviously a big success. Someone told me you made over $84 million in your career. That's something, man.
It's amazing by playing baseball.
Have you have it all, right? You don't have ex-wives or anything, do you?
Of course, we all do.
What a shame.
I hate hearing that.
Also, from what I've read, he buys a lot of weed, right, John? Right, John?
Are you crazy?
No, that stuff's free.
No, but Johnny, seriously, you held on to most of it, didn't you?
Oh, of course.
Oh, good. All right. That's all I worry about.
We don't have to do a benefit for you.
And John, I appreciate you taking that money. I have Yankee season tickets, so I'm broke. But thanks for charging me $200,000 for 10 rows behind third.
Is that what they paid? Is that what you paid?
I don't know what I could say.
What do you mean?
Well,
maybe he got a break.
No, I didn't get no break. But put it this way: my tickets this year cost me personally between $100,000 and $200,000.
Wow!
And you must be rich.
And are you Artie? Are you a partner on those tickets, or are you full owner?
I'm a partner.
So that's your end of it, cost
my
you.
end.
Wow! Wow! Hey, Johnny, I didn't want to take
your support.
Yeah, dude. So whatever you do, don't win the series. And tell A-Rod to start doing steroids after October 1st.
Johnny, you're going to win this year, right? That's going to be it.
Yeah. That's what we plan on doing.
John, how much pussy does A-Rod get on the road, man? I mean, now that he's not married, is it
how
just
much
craziness?
did he get before, and how much does he get now?
Hey, because I think he's fucking too much, man.
Johnny, a lot of people are upset that A-Rod might be screwing around too much. They need him to concentrate on the game. Where do you stand on that?
Well, I think he has no choice but to concentrate on the game right now. So he'll be fine. And we'll be fine, and I really can't answer that.
Do you get pissed off when a guy like that fucks a white chick?
Oh,
what does that mean, Artie? What's with you?
What's wrong?
What, I'm talking to Johnny. What are you doing? What's with you?
I know Johnny. Johnny's got a great sense of humor.
Johnny has a great sense of humor off the air.
Well, tell a joke. God damn it.
Yeah, right. Anyway, Johnny, listen. So let me recap. What you're saying is you believe that Gary's pitch, this is what we're here to talk about, was among the worst, and it's in your top 5 worst ones you ever saw.
Absolutely.
That's what you're going with.
That's what I'm going with.
Perfect. That's what I needed to know.
It sounded like he wasn't doing that, and then you convinced him.
No, I didn't.
No,
Johnny, am I putting words in your mouth?
He said there's been way worse.
All right, but he said you're in the top 5.
No, you said, is it in the top 5? And he said, yeah, because he's half asleep.
So you think Johnny
wants to fucking get off the phone?
Oh, you think Johnny's saying that because I'm putting words in his mouth?
I think he probably thinks
you're insane.
I think he thinks
what does Johnny care? Johnny, am I putting words in your mouth?
No.
Thank you. All right, Johnny. Thanks. I don't want to keep you a long time. I know it was a brief call.
Actually, what he's saying is, to the pitcher, it was not one of the worst pitches. But to the umpire, it was.
Well, Johnny said all he has to say is, I was throwing it to the ump.
Yeah.
But we're not going to believe that.
That's right.
Hey, Johnny, good luck with the season.
All right.
A lot of people have money riding on you, so, come through.
All right.
And good luck next year with the Mariners.
Johnny, thanks.
All right, you're welcome.
Appreciate it. Johnny Damon saying it's in the top 5. That's all I want.
I love that the guy, is in Toronto, gets up with the cracker door to do us a favor. He's talking about A-Rod's pussy and everything. He's like, I just thought talking about
believe me, that guy's fine with it.
Sure?
He's going to go right back to bed and bang the broad that's next to him. Everything's going to be fine.
It was so funny because he...
No, he's not married.
He's married.
Oh, he is? Well, his wife's next to him. And then he'll go out tonight and go 0 for 5.
All right,
It was pretty funny when he said, you ask him about A-Rod and how much pussy he's getting. He said, I can't answer that.
He knows how much pussy he's getting.
Well, A-Rod's coming back.
Is your sports psychologist named Stu?
Yeah.
Oh.
Stu Pid?
Hey, Stu.
Oh, you got to give
Stu,
Freddie one for that.
Hey, can I just set this up and say, he was a listener of the show.
Right.
He contacted Fred, and he offered me some support. He's not like my guy, but it's a guy I use. Yeah.
Stu, hi.
Hello.
Stu, how can a guy who calls himself a sports psychologist make a lot of money? I've never heard of this occupation.
You've never heard of the occupation?
Sports psychologist? No. You mean a lot of people need a psychologist to play sports?
Every team has one, Howard.
Really?
Every team has one.
Absolutely. It's very common now. I would say most professional teams have somebody on staff, absolutely.
My mother was a secretary for years for a guy who did it for the Nets and the Giants.
Are you a guy who presently works for a team?
Again?
His phone's breaking up. Say again?
Have we lost him?
I think so.
Is that how he gave you advice on that phone?
No.
Maybe that's why it didn't work.
Crystal clear for me.
Actually, Fred, his middle name is Pid, and his last name is Motherfucker.
So I did want to ask the guy how he trained you and how he got that all going. But
we talked once for 45 minutes. He even offered to talk again, and I said, no, I think I got what I need.
Ooh, maybe
I swear to God. But
clearly you were right, with like Robin quitting therapy.
We should talk about this if you get him back on, because we started talking about sports, and then it started to go to like a place that was sort of weird for me.
what do you mean?
Well, he's like, well, why are you so afraid to embarrass yourself? And why do you think you feel like less of a man? And then it was suddenly like it was getting off of sport.
And then he said, well, you're never going to another Phillies game.
I didn't want to get into talking about, me being 6 years old and getting yelled at. Or, you know what I mean? Like,
but that's all tied into. Like,
yeah, but
why?
you're not going to do that in a car ride
with a stranger
2 days before the game.
You've got to do the work, Gar. You've got to do the work.
But you kind of do. I mean, if the guy's a sports psychologist, it's not about the sport. It's about what the psychology.
Yeah, but this was sort of like crisis counseling.
Right.
You don't do that in crisis counseling.
He told me that generally, for a guy like me, it would take around 8 weeks.
Yeah.
But he said, he'll try to help me out quickly.
He gave you the crash course.
Yeah.
And you crashed.
Yeah,
but
you crashed and burned.
If you sent him video of you throwing, I'm sure he would have declined to help you, because he's not a miracle worker.
Here's Stu again. All right, let's get him back on. So, Stu, Gary's explaining to us that it's hard to in your profession, you need like 8 weeks with a guy, but. Were you watching have you actually seen the pitch now that it's gone down?
I have.
No.
I have seen it.
And psychologically speaking, I mean, this was a huge failure. I mean, this is a disaster. This is everything Gary didn't want to have happen.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what happened was that, and Gary had even kind of mentioned this, he visualized pretty much exactly what happened, and what we didn't have time to do was kind of get into the point where we would do some kind of visualization of, instead of visualizing what you don't want to have happen, you visualize what you do want to have happen.
Wow.
Right. So do you have a psychology degree?
I have my master's degree in counseling psychology, yes.
Oh, in counseling.
Yeah,
counseling psychology. And you work for teams?
I work with individuals.
I see. And have you ever had a bigger failure than this? I mean, this is a failure, right?
Well, here's what I told Gary, and Gary, I think, would say the same, is that I basically said to him that typically I ask for an 8-week commitment minimum, and it's not really a magic number, but the 8 sessions kind of gives you, it's a process, and it kind of gives you some layers to this. One session was enough to kind of get some of the anxiety down, enough to get him to be able to go out and do it. But clearly, we talked about the fact that that one session, I mean, it's like somebody saying to you, I know you're a big chess player, I'm going to teach you to play chess, and you say, okay, give me one lesson, and I know how to do it. It doesn't happen like that.
I don't know. Artie made a point yesterday. Like, if he had just gone out with the right guy who could teach him how to throw, because I thought, forget the psychology, I saw the way he throws. He throws very girlish. And I think he needed someone to teach him how to throw more like a man.
I got to tell you, that's not the way I throw. I genuinely mean that. It's just not the way I throw. It's like
I'm going to say.
It's like I started to. Again, this isn't going to make any sense to you because I don't know if you play enough.
I know what you're saying, that you went one way and then you went another.
Like the guy. Here's what everybody told me different things, right? So some people said Artie was wind up and just throw the fucking ball as fast as you can. And then when I worked with the guy, I was throwing as fast as I can. Then I started to think that could go the wrong way. So just throw it like you're throwing in the front yard. Then a lot of people said, don't overthrow it, but don't underthrow it. And I started to pitch it in the middle of the pitch. I sort of didn't commit to it, and you know what I mean. I swear to you that I don't throw like that.
Is this what you've become? Some Connecticut Finocchio who throws like a woman?
but what's funny? The worst part is now for all eternity that's how I throw.
Yeah,
Gary, that's it.
So, Stu, what?
I've seen numerous people pitch out the first pitch, and there has been some real nightmares. Gary threw the ball. It was not the best, but I've seen way worse than that.
Stu, listen. After this,
he did visualize exactly kind of where it ended up. He said that was pretty much what he was thinking was going to happen.
Howard, he's right about that.
To the plate, he could make it to the plate. Maybe it's not the best pitch in the world, but he.
What do you mean he's right about that?
He's right about that. In my worst nightmare, the ball went exactly where I saw it was going to go.
Wow.
I mean,
Right.
not far right, but to the left. So
the psychology didn't work on you.
Well, listen, the guy had one session, and it wasn't even a session. I was driving home in my car, and he's right. In speaking to him that one time, he did help me get rid of some anxiety. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't in any way, shape, or form blame him or know whether he could have helped me. I just was a bundle of nerves. I couldn't even feel myself. Like when I walked out, my legs were like rubber. I couldn't feel my arm. I almost like closed my eyes and threw it.
You needed him there that day.
Stu, why do you think psychologically, and I know you only had one session with him, why do you think this is so goddamn important to Gary? I mean, what is going on with his ego and what happened to him in his life?
Well, I will say that there, I can only go so deep into this, but the reality is that's probably what we would have continued to work on, was trying to find out. Because really, what you do is you get to the point where you figure out exactly kind of what that is, and then you kind of realize it's just a distorted thought. And once you realize that that's the distortion, it kind of allows it just to kind of fade away for you. So had we had, a full 8 weeks, let's say, or more, we definitely could have, kind of had that kind of dissipate itself.
Could you have turned him heterosexual, do you think, in 8 weeks?
See, he kept asking me a question.
Artie, just so you know, that joke about Stu Pitt, my ninth grade algebra teacher already beat you to that one.
Well, Fred told it, and it's not the point of the joke, it's how quick Fred said it. That's what you give it up
My
for.
sports psychologist said, tell the joke, and I did it.
No, it was brilliant timing. That's what we go with here. But, Stu, after this failure, what bullshit profession will you get into now?
Stu, this is not one you want to put on your resume.
You have had success before.
Yeah.
Do you
want to,
absolutely.
Do you want to mention one of your success stories as opposed to this disaster?
Johnny Damon.
Johnny Damon is one of yours?
Johnny Damon. No. I wouldn't talk about anybody else on air.
All right, very good. All right, listen, Stu, good luck with your sports psychology business. Gary is not a great walking advertisement for you, but I'm sure there's somebody out there who is.
Is it possible for me to throw out my website?
Sure, go ahead.
If you throw it out like Gary did, you're fucked, because it's going to land at the Opie and Anthony show.
Stu, go ahead.
And no one will hear it.
Well Performance Coach.
Well Performance Coach.
.com.
Yep.
Change that to so-so performance coach.
Really,
you only had one shot on Gary.
Did your fucking teacher do that one too, shithead?
You can't blame this guy for my failure.
All right, Stu, thank you.
All right, great talking to you guys.
Great talking to you. There you go. You're a sports psychologist, Gary, who, he had one session, and obviously it was not enough.
It just shows you that one session doesn't do it.
Who are you talking to, Robin?
Artie.
I'm talking to everyone but you.
Yeah, she looked directly at me when she said it, and I was nice enough to bang her last night.
Hey, Gary's pitching coach is on. Hey, Mitch, you worked with Gary on this thing? Mitch, you there?
Hello?
You worked with Gary on his pitching?
Yes, 2 times.
What did you think? I mean, are you a horrible coach?
I was probably more nervous than he was the first time, because the first pitch he threw with me was worse than the one he threw at Citi Field.
Yeah, I have a theory with Gary.
Maybe he really can't throw.
That's what I'm saying, because I saw, Gary has this excuse, and right or wrong, he says, he switched up his pitch midway and this and that and the other thing, but my just general feeling is he doesn't really technically know how to throw a ball all that well.
I would say it's a little of both, and I would also say mentally he was so damn nervous. I mean, I don't know if there was a way he was going to make that pitch.
My God. And you worked with him, and what happened?
When we worked with him, he was fine. What he needed to do was relax. Then about, 5 minutes in, he was throwing perfect
When
strikes.
you say he was fine, how many perfect strikes did he throw?
He threw about 20, 25 in a row.
Wow.
Mitch, we have to go because we're interviewing Anna Nicole Smith's doctor after this.
No, but Mitch will tell you, here's what happened. We went the first time, and I threw a pitch that was just like the one I did, and he goes, okay, take a break. He goes, you got to calm the fuck down, right? and I'm like, right. He's like, just take it easy. You're all over the place.
Right.
And then I threw a bunch, and that went great. I left it. He goes, you look good. Come back on Friday. We'll do it again.
Right.
Went back on Friday, and then I was all over the place again.
Boy.
And then I got a bunch in there, and then I left, and then I just left. I mean, you can only do so much.
Yeah. Mitch, what are your credentials to teach pitching? Because I feel you failed.
I did fail.
He did not. He did not fail.
What do you mean he didn't fail? You did a horrible job.
This was.
I did. With this one, I definitely failed. But I told him my biggest advice was that I told him he should have about 5 to 10 shots before he threw out the first pitch to
Shots?
Right. He wanted me to try to get them to let me warm up, but they don't let you warm up.
No, they don't let you warm up. Although, Jimmy Kimmel sent me a video. He said maybe this will make Gary feel better.
I saw it.
Adam threw out the first ball, and then he kind of went wild.
Uh-huh.
So he threw out. He said, "Fuck this," and he went and threw a second time, and then that went kind of wild, and he threw a third one, and that worked.
Artie, the first one bounced so far in front of the catcher that it bounced over his head. So, but
Gary,
again,
all three of his pitches were better than yours.
Absolutely, but I'm saying that when they give me the ball, the team is on the field. Adams seemed to have like the run of Dodger Stadium to do whatever he wanted.
He took
went back and he got the ball, and he throws the second pitch, and it went so far over the catcher's head you couldn't even get it. Then he picked it up again.
Over the catcher's head, not the umpire's head.
Yeah, it didn't go to the umpire.
And then he picked up the third time, and then he threw a strike.
Right. All right, Mitch, what are your credentials again? I still haven't heard.
I'm business partners with Bobby Valentine. Maybe that's what he needed. He needed Bobby Valentine to come out here and do it.
Maybe that was
for real.
You know,
That was
if I was his pitching coach, I would have said, "Why don't you stuff like 10 balls in your pocket
and just keep
throwing until you get one over?"
You're business partners with Bobby Valentine. How does that make you a pitching coach?
Oh,
well, it doesn't make me a pitching coach. He, our goal was just to, play a little catch and get him to just throw the ball 60 feet. And I guess it didn't.
But what are your
work.
credentials?
Yeah, but how do you?
I played college baseball, and I've been coaching for about 10 to 15 years.
Okay,
he's good. He teaches kids. He's very good, Howard.
All right, Mitch. Thank you.
Hey, Howard, take care, Mitch. Can I tell you something funny? Greg Buttle, who used to play for the Jets, he just happens to be up here. He's sitting in the green room. And he was saying last year when they shut down Shea Stadium.
Greg Buttles is here?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they said that when they shut down Shea Stadium, they asked a lot of people who'd been involved in Shea to come out and throw a pitch. So he said him and Wesley Walker and another guy went. And, he's a big guy and he's got really, his shoulder's bad. So he didn't tell anybody. He said, he pretended to wind up to throw the ball and he just threw it underhand.
Yeah.
They all yelled at him. They all got mad at him.
Of course. What's he doing up here, Greg Buttles?
Greg Buttle.
Buttle, I mean. I think of Greg Buttles because
right,
he used
Buttles.
to have a gym. It used to be Buttles' gym.
Well, then it was when I knew it. It was a bar. Buttles.
Right, Buttles. Yeah.
What's he doing up here? He's with Tony from Don Buchwald's office. They happen to be in the neighborhood. He just stopped by to say hello.
Okay.
What
did he think of your pitch? Should I ask him real quick?
He hadn't seen it.
Oh,
he hadn't seen it yet.
I could show it to him.
Underhand though is
that's really
never
bad.
do that.
That's very effeminate.
Yeah. At least Gary didn't do that.
Yeah, we don't really need to get Greg Buttle on. I don't want to take any time away from Ron Darling.
I don't see Ron Darling on the phone, so
he's embarrassed.
You got to hear my dad talk about it.
I can only imagine.
That might even be the worst.
I feel like I've heard your dad talk for 25 years, whether you're imitating him or sometimes you just are him.
No, he was just like, I saw that pitch. I was turning by the Met game and they mentioned your name, and then I saw it was Gary. And what kind of? Did you see it? I go, no, I haven't seen it yet, Dad. Was it horrible? Horrible. I mean, I never saw a pitch like this. Horrible. He goes, I mean, he can't even get it near the he goes crazy.
It was worse than Kent State.
It's not even comprehensible to my father how Gary missed that pitch. That by that much, he just can't understand it. And I tried to explain to him. I said, well, maybe he was nervous. Nervous? Well, you still could throw a ball.
What the hell are you nervous about?
You have to hear him.
I feel like I have.
You know what? That's a generation where your father has, tough life.
No patience.
Yeah.
He's probably like, what is he nervous about that for?
Yeah, but my father's like, I had 4 siblings who all died.
Yeah,
I
grew up on the street.
Yeah, I grew up on the street. He's nervous about a ball. My father just can't even.
See, that generation has their priorities in check, I think.
Dad.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, when you called me about Gary's pitch, I have to say you were really upset, right?
Well, in retrospect, I think it's one of the greatest pitches ever thrown.
What
I'll
happened?
tell you why.
Yeah, go ahead.
You realize all the publicity, all the talking, and everything. If he threw a straight pitch, nobody would even know it.
Well, that's obvious.
Well, that's good publicity for Howard.
Right, that's obvious. But, Dad, you called me. You were somewhat shocked that Gary's pitch was so far askew.
Yeah, I mean, well, of course. I mean, even you bounced it. I mean, I went off into the space someplace.
Yeah.
I think it's still orbiting.
Yeah, they
still. You think Gary's ball is still orbiting?
Yeah, they call the ball Neil Armstrong.
Dad, how did you come to see the pitch? What were the circumstances?
It's crazy. I was just switching channels for some reason. I don't know what I was watching. And I went to 60, where the Mets broadcast.
Yes.
And suddenly I hear your name.
Right.
And I look at this thing, and then I stopped and I started to listen. Then they went through this whole routine. Gary was in the stands with one of the broadcasters, and they were talking about it.
Right.
I hadn't seen the pitch. Then he mentioned, Monday morning. Then he said, they did a playback. And
Right.
that's when I saw it.
Yeah, I know you called me. You almost found it incredible that he threw it that far off.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I know Gary is an athlete. I mean, he doesn't sit in a chair all day.
Well,
so he knows how to throw a ball.
He almost sits in a chair all day.
Hey, Dad, Robin describes you once dropped $1 so you could see down her dress or something. Do you remember that?
I think Robin is hallucinating.
Oh, stop it, Ben.
I dropped a buck.
Yes, you did.
My father wouldn't part with a buck.
No, the reason that you're exaggerating was 50 cents.
Well, she's an attractive woman. Why not? I mean, I understand. All right, Dad. Well, would you say it's among the worst pitches you've ever seen? Gary's pitch.
Listen, it wasn't a pitch.
Right.
A pitch goes into where the catcher is. This was like a ball thrown into space.
Well, it hit the umpire.
I don't. Did Gary ever explain? I mean, what happened? I mean, maybe he was holding the ball in a certain way? Maybe he wanted to throw a curve.
Yeah, he was trying to throw. He was trying to throw a changeup or a slider.
He claims, Dad, that he was so nervous that he had a plan to pitch a certain way, and then through the pitch, he changed it somehow. But I think he just doesn't know how to throw.
I figured he was throwing a screwball or something, so off it went.
Screwball.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It made a lot of news. It's very exciting.
Right.
And if he could do the same thing next year, you'll have a good year.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Right.
That's my father, Ben Stern. I told you he can't comprehend how Gary could
he
throw
doesn't know what that was.
Well, he's right. It's not a. It's not even a pitch. To call it a pitch is.
It's ridiculous.
A pitch has a different definition. But as a businessman, I'm benefiting because I own gaypitches.com.
Oh, so that's a very popular website right now.
So, Gary, this whole pitching thing doesn't look like it's going to die down anytime soon.
Oh, I disagree completely. It's already half of what it was yesterday.
But Howard had a bunch of people call in today, Johnny Damon, Len Berman, and they all think that this is one of the worst pitches they've ever seen.
I don't dispute that.
Would you say you think it's definitely in the top 10?
I think it's definitely in the top 10, probably around 5. Could be. You could even make the arguments in the top 5, but it's not in the top 3.
Is it making it worse having someone like Johnny Damon call in and say how bad it was?
I don't know. I mean, I don't give a shit about Johnny Damon. I mean, he seems like a nice enough guy, but I don't care about the Yankees, Or
Mr. Stern calling in.
That one probably means a little bit more to me because I really like Howard's dad, and I guess the only people who can insult you are people that you like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't know Johnny.
I don't know Johnny from a hole in the wall, and I don't think he's really looking to insult me. Probably sounded like a fun thing to do, and he's a fan of the show.
Is there any way you can redeem yourself?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to think it through.
Not another pitch?
I don't know. They asked me about that yesterday. I don't really feel like in another pitch mood right now.
Maybe in the future.
You never know.
What kind of ball is this, man? What kind of ball are you getting? UL Washington.
Hold on,
man.
Hold on.
You ready, man?
Yeah.
Hold it. Oh, Frank White. What about right? Free target. Free target. Oh, nice! Let me try one. Let me try one. Free target?
No, you'll hit it. You'll hit it.
Give me a free target.
Free target. Might come at your head.
Go ahead.
Can I come at your head?
I'll catch it like a fucking...
Oh!
Wow! You hit our head of security. Yeah, like the now it's my turn to duck.
You're very Gary-like.
Don't get up. Jump back.
It's over 2?
Give me that, Brad. They could. Hit the fucking camera guy.
How's it going?
Good. How about you?
Good.
How you doing?
I should know about?
This guy, he's an angry cameraman. You should know about that.
Yeah, you should know about it.
It's Cupcake Wednesday.
Right.
Very exciting.
No news.
We got a bunch of strippers coming in.
Yeah. Gary Stent out?
Not yet. I think today.
Oh, today?
Yeah, I think today.
Already broke up yet? No, still here and ready to go. With the chick. Okay. Carry on.
So what's new with you, Sam?
Not much. Happy to be here.
All right. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Have fun today.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, by the way, Sam Simon stopped by. He got a TV show. Sam, is a friend of our show. He's a guy who developed. He was one of the original guys who developed the Simpsons cartoon. He also went on to direct episodes and write episodes of.
He's written tons of great sitcoms. Taxi.
Yeah. What give you a resume besides The Simpsons? You also did, what was the Drew Carey show?
If you bring a hot chick in here, Sam will give his resume.
Go ahead.
Taxi, Cheers.
Yeah.
Tracy Ullman Show.
What'd you do on Taxi?
I was running Taxi when I was 23 years old.
What do you mean? What, describe for the audience.
I was the showrunner. I was the producer.
People not in showbiz don't understand what a showrunner does.
They pick the stories, they run the rewrites, they edit the shows.
That's what you did on Taxi?
Yes, when I was a child.
I'm trying to make you relevant to the audience.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
That's irony.
I got my work cut out for me.
These shows are...
So you were the showrunner on Taxi when you were 23.
Yes.
How do you get a job like that? How do they discover you for that?
I wrote a script on my own, and it's called writing a spec script.
Right.
And I mailed it into the show.
Right.
And they bought it, and they made it
What
into
were you
an
doing
episode.
when you wrote a spec script?
I was doing storyboards for an animation studio.
I see. So you were in animation. That was your back. You see, this is how it all leads to The Simpsons. This is interesting.
Right.
You were animating.
I was doing animation, I was doing storyboards and character design for Filmation Studios. It's the worst animation studio ever. They did crappy Saturday morning shows.
What were some of the shows that they were responsible for?
I'm going to tell you, and you're going to go, those are good shows, but the ones we did weren't good shows. We did Heckle and Jekyll, but it wasn't Heckle and Jekyll. It was the new, they would buy the rights
I remember the
to
new
these
Heckle and Jekyll.
defunct cartoons, and then they'd make really crappy versions of it.
And what other crappy ones did you put out? The new Heckle and Jekyll?
Mighty Mouse.
The new Mighty Mouse.
So it wasn't Mighty Mouse, it was the new Mighty Mouse.
Right.
Did you feel horrible putting out crappy cartoons?
Oh my God, it was. I would wake up and watch them because you'd never get to see them.
Right.
And I did learn a lot because
you never get to see them because they're drawn in Korea somewhere, right? And then by the time they get back, you don't even get to view them.
And they also. They didn't direct the voices.
Right.
That's one thing that I learned is on The Simpsons, I made everybody do it like a play.
Right.
And they all sat around microphones, and we did. They did it at the same time, and they reacted off each other. But at Filmation, they wanted one person to do every voice in the show to save money.
So the actors,
and they had the guy that ran it, Lou Scheimer. He had his kids doing the voices.
So
they really knew how to cut.
Oh my God!
So the actors,
and wait, they had stock footage. They had books of stock footage.
Right.
And it would be Mighty Mouse flying around the moon. And it would be Mighty Mouse landing. And when you wrote the show, you had to do it so that 33% of the show was stuff they had already shot.
Whatever they had in stock.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were working there. You're a young guy.
Right.
And so were you actually an artist? You would draw some of these things?
Yeah.
And then you go and you send a spec script. In other words, you said, hey, you know what? I watched Taxi. I could write an episode of this. You mail it to them, right? Blindly. And they read it, which is very rare.
Very rare.
Well, how did you get them to read it?
They had a policy that continued while I was there of reading all submissions.
They did?
Wow. And for some, Jim Brooks insisted on it. And that actually meant that while I was working on Taxi for 3 years, had to read these scripts all the time.
How many, what are the odds of you getting your script on Taxi? How many scripts do you think they get a day, people writing spec scripts?
I've never heard of anybody that sold their spec script that was made into an episode of TV.
When I was in college, a lot of the students there would write spec scripts for their favorite television show. I remember this. And they, of course,
would they send them off?
They would send them off, but they would all get rejected. I mean, no one even read these things. This is why I'm amazed by this.
Remember, Grillo wrote a spec script
for The Simpsons. That's right. He was this close to having it read.
Well, you can...
When you were reading,
can tell very quickly. You just have to read one page.
When you were reading the spec scripts, how many did you read a week? How many came in?
We would let them pile up. and we'd read 40 or 50 of them, but really you only had to read one page.
Right. So my point is that here, against all odds, your spec script got accepted, and then once it got accepted, they hired you as a writer?
Uh-huh.
And you would go home and write these scripts, and then they made you the showrunner?
Yeah.
Wow. 23 years old.
Wow, kid.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good career trajectory.
I was very fortunate.
Yeah.
Plus, I learned the people that from that show, Jim Brooks and Ed Weinberger and Glenn and Les Charles. These are the best people that ever did it. So I got to learn.
At 23, were you
them.
making big money doing that? You must have been, right? To
I
be
thought
the
I
showrunner.
was. I was thrilled with it, but obviously, you're happy all the time, and you keep making more. And
It
more
ain't your money now.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to college.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wait, listen.
I went to Stanford.
I don't know. Sam, it's an audience listening to this. You're looking at me like I should know these things. People don't know.
I went to Stanford University.
You went to Stanford, all right.
Yeah.
So you're a bright guy, in other words.
Yeah.
You must have had a high SAT, right?
I actually, I guess I...
Were you getting laid in college, or you didn't start getting laid till you got out of college?
No, I
You
got laid
these-
in college.
You did get laid?
Yeah.
All right, I never know with you.
He played football, Howard.
Did you?
Yeah, in college.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did.
What
I didn't
position
play
were you?
football in college.
Football, high school.
I actually, I was. They were interested in me playing football there.
Yeah.
So, I think that may have helped get me into the school.
And Stanford is
But I
huge.
quit the first day of practice.
You did. You didn't want to do that.
I didn't think I was good enough.
So now you become this writer on
Right.
Taxi. Then how do you end up with The Simpsons?
I was the executive producer of a show called The Tracy Ullman Show.
Right.
And The Simpsons were Matt Groening created.
Is that where you went from Taxi? You went right to The Tracy Ullman Show?
No, I went to Cheers.
What'd you do on Cheers?
Same thing.
Showrunner.
Writer, showrunner.
Right.
Then I was also on the first Gary Shandling show.
The first one, not the
Yeah,
Larry Sanders
not the one
show.
you were
Gary-
on.
Yeah, Gary
The other
Sanders
one.
show, yeah.
And
once you get in and they see how good you are, then the party keeps rolling. And each time you get a new job, it gets a little more money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get to the point where you get a piece of the show.
Right. Now, you
when
didn't get a
help
piece
create
of
it.
the Taxi show. You didn't get a piece of
No,
the...
you just get residuals.
Right, all right. So then you're working on the Tracy Ullman show, which basically tanked. But the big part of the show was they did those little cartoons, the Simpsons cartoons.
Yeah.
And you were working...
these 5 to 10 seconds. They called them interstitial cartoons. They would come on before the commercial.
Right.
And the whole premise basically was Homer getting Bart to leap into his arms every week.
That was the first one, I think. I don't really.
You mean the point of them was to get a father to love his son, or
the
was that-
son to
the son
trust
to-
his
They were really just kind of beats. They would go to the movies, and people did respond to them. The network got the idea of making them into their own show.
And who hired Matt Groening?
Matt Groening was hired by Jim Brooks for the Tracy Ullman Show to do those, and then the three of us developed The Simpsons into a series. And we went to, it was the network's idea. You know Barry Diller.
Right.
He's the imposing
he was the head of Fox
mogul.
Network.
He was the head of, I think, all Fox. And we had this meeting with him where he wanted to know about we were pitching him the show.
Right.
They wanted to do it, but we wanted to tell him what we were going to do.
Okay.
And so he's very intimidating.
Yeah.
And he's in a hurry all the time. And so he met me and Matt and Jim introduced us, and so he heard Sam Simon and the Simpsons.
Right.
And it was this big conference table. And he called the show the Simons the entire meeting, and everyone was too scared to correct him.
That's great.
So he was sitting there and going, like, all right, now I watch an episode of the Simons. What are the Simons doing? And it's like, so we're going like, well, they might, the kid might be going to camp and stuff like that. And then he also had in the same meeting, he also used to have a little teletype. This is more than 20 years ago.
Right.
And he had a little teletype so he could get. And he and only he could get news headlines while he was sitting there in a meeting. I mean, this was
he was a real mogul
for the day. Yeah,
right.
And then suddenly in the meeting, he goes like the air comes out of him, and he just he's kind of blank and quiet for a minute. And I go, Barry, what's wrong? And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Halston is dead.
Oh my God!
And so, I'll never forget where I was when I heard that Halston was dead.
Yeah, big news. Halston.
Yeah, you wouldn't have noticed all day, probably.
Who's
Halston?
Yeah, right. So, but then he gave a green light, as they say, to The Simpsons. And how many episodes did
They
he sign
ordered
on
13 episodes.
Right. Did you have the feeling that they all thought it would kind of tank? No one could have predicted the success.
No, I didn't.
Barry Diller certainly probably was like, okay, I'll approve this, but gee, I don't know, cartoon.
They actually saw. I think fans of the show know that we did a first episode that was a disaster, and there's lots of different explanations for why it was bad, but it was bad, and we ended up fixing it later on. But we decided not to panic because we had another episode coming in. And
why was it bad, the first episode that you did?
The director was from Saturday Morning Animation, and he took a lot of liberties with the script. I'm not sure the script was as good as some of the other ones. There were a lot of reasons. It was the first one, but because it was an animation production line, another one was going to be coming in a couple weeks.
What you're describing is that also with animation, once you write the script and you record the voices, it's all locked in. You can't go back and edit because it's all drawn in Korea. And
no, we could edit a lot. The mouth movements are very imprecise. We could redub lines. We could take footage from other episodes. So we actually did, and we made them long so we could edit them.
I see.
So we could take a minute out. But anyway, we got this second show, and we loved it. It was what we thought the show should be. We were all thrilled, and that's the one we showed to Fox.
Right.
And it was the quietest. No one laughed.
No one liked
the
it.
entire time. And I remember Barry said, "How many of these did we order?" That was his
You're saying
comment.
you're sitting there in a room. This is your baby, so to speak. You've worked on it now for months.
Yeah, years.
Years.
A year, yeah.
And then Barry Diller sits there in the meeting watching this thing. He's the head of Fox Network, and he goes, "Boy, this is..."
Well, I don't want to disparage Barry Diller.
No,
the guy,
I mean,
because
he greenlit the project.
Yeah,
he was smart enough to do
but,
that.
It was a thing that...
were the ratings big right away?
It was the highest rated show in the history of Fox when it debuted.
That's right. And probably now Fox would probably be less likely to put a cartoon on in prime time because they're a little more successful. But I remember back then, they didn't have a whole lot to hang their hat on. So you probably could get more shows approved there. Avant-garde type shows or shows that aren't necessarily network fair.
They were taking chances. I mean, that was a huge chance. I mean, it's weird to think that people were saying, can a cartoon succeed in prime time?
Right.
And then they were also saying, well, will you be able to syndicate the show?
Right.
You know, what I guess.
What kind of life does this
yeah,
have?
Well, you know, I guess maybe you could put on at 3 in the afternoon or something. You know, of course, it runs all during the day, everywhere in the world.
And because you were one of the originators, you owned a piece of it. That was probably your first time you owned something, right?
Something,
something big,
worthwhile,
something worthwhile,
yeah.
And the rest, as they say, is history. I mean, you made so much money in that thing, and it still makes money. It still generates money.
Sure.
People tell me people tell me. You tell me. That,
the people are Sam.
No, well, that's really not Sam. It's everyone around Sam tells me that there was I forget who told me, but at one point someone said to me, Sam has a piece of the merchandising, has a piece of everything, and he goes, and do you know Sam sold his merchandising? And do you know that Sam now got the rights back to his merchandise?
He bought it back.
He didn't buy it back. It reverted back to him.
Oh,
the guy
he only sold it for a little while.
The show has been on the air for so long.
It became available again. Wow.
I actually, I got a really good deal on the DVDs.
Right.
At the time, there was no DVDs.
Right.
There wasn't even.
It didn't even exist.
Home video had just started, so I was lucky with the timing of that too, because they probably said, all right, fine, give him that. It won't be worth
Give it to him. It doesn't mean anything.
You had some sort of negotiation. They go, well, these DVDs are worthless, let's give it to Sam Simon.
Less money up front, give it to him.
That'll shut his ass up. It's an unbelievable story, really, when you think about it. Someone told me, too, that when you were 23, you wrote an episode of Barney Miller. Now, was that before Taxi or after?
I was a fan of Barney Miller, and there was a writer's strike, and Danny Arnold's company settled like a couple days before, and I just wanted to write an episode because I love the show.
So you wrote
I
the
went in
episode.
there, and in a day or two, I wrote an episode.
All right. So the whole point is Sam stopping by today. I want to give him a plug. He's got a show that he just got for Playboy TV.
Well, this show I don't understand.
This is a show.
This one you don't understand?
No, I don't. I understand all of your other career.
Hey, but one more question before we get to the show.
Go ahead.
So when do you get your first celebrity piece of ass? When you get out to Hollywood, you finally get famous, you become a wealthy guy, you're a big man in the industry. How old are you when you finally nail a celebrity?
Well, I've had girlfriends.
Yes. Don't be humble.
So, no. I'm just saying, my Jennifer Tilly, but she probably wasn't a celebrity when I met her.
Well, you married her.
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly. That was the first one?
That was
famous?
Yeah.
Famous woman?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I think so.
Braggart.
And what was the advice
How dare
Jennifer gave you?
What?
And what was the advice Jennifer gave you when you got offered The Simpsons?
She said, don't do it. It's a horrible idea.
And then when you got divorced...
We got divorced after 13 episodes.
And she
we split after 13 episodes, and she gets a piece of everything.
What a great country.
I love that. And her advice was not to do it.
I know.
I wouldn't take it if I were her.
Well, once she called me, and she was
ain't
crying.
you.
And she's going like, I told you not to do the show, and it's turned out to be this amazing thing, and you're such a genius, and the money changed my life. And I thought she was going to say, I've had enough money. I don't need any more. It's just, let's stop. And I'm going, go on, get to the point. And she goes,
never
I
said
just
that.
want to say, I go, what? She goes, thank you.
Thank you. So did she get half of your money from The Simpsons? No, she doesn't get half.
But
How
she
much
gets
money?
money.
How much money do you think
cares?
Jennifer gets? How much do you think she's realized over the years in terms of an accumulated wealth? How much money did you think she collected as a result of just being married to you for the first 13 episodes?
I would
give me a
guess
guesstimate.
that ultimately she will. It might be how many? It might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 figures, maybe.
Well, what do you mean? How many 9 figures?
No. He's saying, 9 figures
I
get
think
you
by the
what?
time it's all said and done,
How
it
much?
might hit, I
Give
don't
me
know.
a
Isn't that
number.
$100 million?
$100 million.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know.
I don't
9
know.
numbers could be more than 100 million.
That's what I got, but I'd say I didn't want to say an exact number. But I'm
So-
saying, like, I don't think it's ever going to stop.
Right. How long were you married to her for? Like, was it a year or 2 years?
No, like 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
And you think she'll realize about 100 million off of
I
this?
hope so.
Just a little piece
I
of
would. That would thrill me to death.
it. Unbelievable.
Because it means he gets so much
Yes.
more.
Right. But
That's
isn't
what it
that, it's got to bother you somewhere.
It doesn't bother me at all.
I don't believe it.
Me neither.
I got to tell you, it doesn't. It's the law. There's nothing I can do about it.
He's
Also,
resigned
listen,
himself.
I left the show after 88 episodes.
Right.
How do you think Fox feels about me?
Yeah, but you created it, Sam. You created it, though.
A lot of people create shows and never get a dime.
Her contribution was to say, don't do it.
Well, that is an amazing story. That really is $100 million probably when it's all said and done.
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know exactly
Maybe
where it'll
that's
fall out.
Look, we've been more supportive. Give us some money.
Yeah. Let's.
I hit a $40,000 jackpot in Vegas 3 nights ago.
How much?
Oh, he just
$40,000.
You hit you played the slot machines?
Yeah.
So what happened? You go there. How much money did you invest in the slot machine?
In this one, probably about $50.
$50. You're standing there playing with the old
I
ladies
just know
with
the
the
reason
buckets.
because you're talking about this money, and I tell people I hit a $40,000 jackpot. The reaction is always, "Oh, good for you."
Yeah. Money goes to money.
They do
Is the smartest?
say that.
Is the smartest
how
person?
nice. I was worried.
Is the smartest person in show business Jennifer Tilly?
Yes.
Oh man, she is, right? Wouldn't you say? Because she has done the best out of any actress that I know of.
I always thought it was Stuttering John, but now it's Jennifer Tilly.
Right. Hey, by the way, I understand too. Sam took his money and actually devoted a lot of his money to helping animals.
Yeah, it's
and has
amazing.
this wonderful operation in Malibu where they bring these dogs and then they retrain them to become hearing dogs for people who are deaf, people who are blind, this kind of thing.
We also started a new program where we're training dogs to be certified assistance dogs for vets with post-traumatic stress disorder.
So it helps people, too.
Right.
Yeah, it helps everything.
By the way, I understand because you wrote me a note. You were very upset when you heard that Scott DePace hit his dog, right? Our director, our TV director. You were unbelievably upset with him, weren't you?
But it's just, listen, this guy has so many crazy beliefs. You know?
Right.
You mean his dog?
How did you feel when you learned that Scott was beating his dog?
There's the guy. There's
Scott.
Beating is not what I was doing.
Describe to Sam what you did so Sam can correct you.
If that's a dog's ass right there,
go ahead.
Sorry
His
for
ass?
the people on radio. Yeah,
Right.
her ass. I would go. No.
Oh my God.
That's horrible.
You don't have to do that.
The microphones get that. And why did you do that?
I did it because that's how I've trained all of my dogs, and it's always worked.
Well, see, the dogs are amazing because they're the ones that figure it out. You know, you don't need to do. You go no.
You go like this.
Bark at them. You go no.
Yeah.
You know, as a matter of fact, I've even learned that saying no isn't even necessary. You just give them a lot of praise. You don't even have to go no.
Positive reinforcement works
Look,
incredibly well with animals.
What's the downside to smacking them on the ass? I think I've done it maybe 20 times.
20 times?
Yeah.
Wow.
To this particular dog.
Yeah, to this dog.
But
And
you've been doing it for years.
I know you were very angry with him, Sam.
I said, you know, even Hitler, they said, was nice to his dogs.
His dog
Another
wasn't
fascist, but I guess.
Listen, man,
you
I
can't
love
say the
my
same for
dogs.
Scott.
You know what? I didn't hear exactly what you said. I heard it was pretty bad, and you know, I can raise my dog however I want.
Sure, no one's
I'm
stopping
not doing anything bad to her as far as I'm concerned.
You don't need to hit your dog.
Because
First of all, that's not true
have
that you
money.
can do whatever
Hold
you
on.
want. No, you cannot do whatever you want to your dog.
Well,
no, you can't. He's right. Sam is right.
Yeah,
Yes, I am right.
So stop fucking it.
But you know what I meant by that. And just because you can throw money at the situation and have trainers and stuff, I'm not willing to do that when I can get the same result out of smacking her on the ass.
You mean you won't take the time to teach your dog the right thing, and you have to beat
I'll
the
teach
animal?
the dog the right thing my way.
It takes no more time. It takes no more effort. There's something in you that wants to beat an animal.
No, it's not. See, that's what this is all about.
Yeah. There's a lack of.
I love that.
Same thing. It's
lot
why
of anger.
you like.
Howard goes
it's
fishing.
It's a Republican thing.
Howard goes
No, I don't.
fishing.
Not anymore.
No, you stop.
I stopped.
Then you're crazy.
No, I
Howard's
stopped.
Howard's an animal rights activist.
Was bothering me.
Don't say that, because there's a crazy guy who'll call in now and start screaming that he's not really.
Hey, by the way, your dog Cookie is on the phone, Scott. He wants to say something right now. Cookie, hi. Yeah. What are you saying?
Cookie.
You hate your owner? You don't like when Scott beats you, do you? Bark once if you hate Scott. All right. Bark twice if you hate Howard. If you love Sam Simon and you think he's saying the right thing. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, there you go. There's Cookie.
Great.
Cookie
Yeah, we were
DePace.
I offered to rescue Cookie.
You should see
can't have her.
Whenever I say to Cookie, I mention Scott's name, he starts to growl. Watch. Scott. Scott. Say what I'm saying.
You realize that you're the minority in this. As far as this room, no. But
and you hate minorities.
The whole country, you'd be left probably 10%. Everyone.
How does that make it right or wrong?
Cookie, bark once. Cookie, bark
because
once.
Because you're a fanatic.
Cookie, bark once if you are jealous of Jennifer Tilly. All right, that's what I thought.
Cookie with the timing of Bud Abbott.
Thank you, Cookie. All right.
Artie looks good. Look at Artie.
Thanks.
Artie's pulling himself together.
You look good. I'm pulling it together.
All right, thank you, Scott. Go ahead. You know what? You know you're a funny guy, Sam. Scott finally is here. You finally had your chance to confront him, and I think you let him off very easy.
I think he was afraid of being hit too.
Yeah.
Well, listen, no, Sam. You don't want.
When I saw him hit that couch with such force.
Right. Ralph, hi. What do you have to say?
Quickly, Sam, tell the story of how you actually ended up with such a great deal on The Simpsons with the negotiations.
No. I'm not going to talk about that.
What is this, Ralph?
Stop.
It's Sam's story to tell. It's very interesting the way how they had to do whatever he wanted, basically, at some point.
Sam's shaking his head, not wanting to go down the road. Ralph,
we're not going to talk about.
I think it's a legal issue.
Let's go to Josh. Josh,
Why
you're
is
on the
Ralph
air.
up?
I don't know. Why, Josh, you're on the air.
Oh, he wants to talk about his show, his poker show.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. So let me do that. Yeah, quickly,
please
Josh.
explain
No, I'll
what-
take a question.
what
I'll
Sam
take
is
a
up
question.
to
Go ahead,
now.
Josh, real quick.
Hey, is this guy like Ralph's dad or something that got the same type of lisp? I've noticed.
Lisp? Lisp.
Yeah,
No, you
like
fuck the same chicks.
Yeah, but anyway, my question is, Sam, I want to know, what is the secret to taking something out of thin air to creating something. How do you come up with something out of nothing?
Sam, how do you create a hit television show quickly in 30 seconds so that this guy
Sum
can
it
go
up
do
for
it?
him.
He probably wants to do this kind of work and needs to quickly learn how to do it.
I'll have to say that there's a lot of kismet and fortune that happen. You know, just sometimes things click. You're working with talented people.
No,
There's a
I'm
good
going to give you the
core-
real
I
answer.
don't
Josh,
know.
here's the real answer. Josh.
You read magazines and get ideas.
Right, Josh, you got to be. Are you a reader? Are you a guy who takes reading and ideas seriously, and forming ideas and trying to write stories?
Yeah, I read.
No,
Yeah,
no,
definitely.
all right.
Read.
All right. Anyway, let's
Sam, how do you think?
describe to people how you think and how your thought process is.
Yeah, how do you come up with, like, what do they call them, ideas?
See Sam Simon on Sam's Game, premiering tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on
Did you
Playboy
see
TV.
it? Did you
now,
see any of it?
yes. Now, let me understand
What'd you
something.
think?
Well, listen, I love cards.
Yes.
And I saw 5 minutes of it, to be honest with you. I haven't had a chance to really watch the thing.
Did you
but
watch the
it's a
clip?
card game. Yeah, I saw clips.
Okay.
I saw a card game between yourself and a bunch of people like Artie and Norm Macdonald.
Playboy called me up, and they knew that I had a game at my house that a lot of comedians and comedy writers play in, and people have said it's a lot of fun. People have even said it should be a TV show.
Right.
And this kid, Jason Burns, called me. I met with Todd Schwartz at Playboy, and they said they wanted to film it and make it into a TV show.
Right, right. So it was very, very exciting to have this card game.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah.
It was a blast. I got to go to Vegas on Sam's dime and lose $8,000 to him.
Right. So the show is a card game. And why did you roll your eyes when Artie said he lost?
Because I don't know why he thinks he lost it to me.
I'm kidding, Sam. I'm busting your chops.
Well, most celebrity.
Who'd you lose it to?
I wrote a check
You
to
lost
Sam
it-
Simon.
Yeah, because I was fronting you the money for the game.
That's right.
So you lost it to Dave Attell.
I lost it. No, Dave Attell lost 15 G's too. I don't know. I mean, and Attell's coming in here later, and he'll explain that. He thought it was for charity.
It's kind of a fun show because it's a card game going on.
Yeah.
And even your ex-wife pops in, Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah, well,
Is
she
that
plays
correct?
in my home game all the time.
And
All
she's
the time.
great,
And
Howard.
yeah, she's a great poker player. She's won a World Series of Poker bracelet. And her boyfriend, Phil Locke, the Unabomber, plays too.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she was going out with a guy who's a actual card player.
He's actually the Unabomber.
Oh, the real Unabomber.
That's his nickname.
Ted Kaczynski.
Well, Sam, I'm excited because I want you to have a success on the Playboy channel with the card game. The card game goes on, Robin. I happen to like. Well, I could watch people play
I
cards
love
all
to
day.
watch
It's
card
fascinating.
games.
And the
I
thing
do.
about this show is, like, usually you're watching really good players.
Yes.
And this show, you get to see, like, what your average neighborhood players, even though they've got some money.
It was very interesting because the part I saw, Artie was playing.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah, that's some
probably-
non-standard. That's what people call non-standard play.
There was 5 times where Artie had the winning hand going, and he folded.
He didn't even know.
He didn't.
had no idea.
He totally played it wrong because you see what the other guys have in their hand. And Artie would have a low pair of threes or something, and it would even say statistically on the screen, which is interesting too. Yeah. It would say, Artie has a 75% chance of winning.
And he'd throw in his card.
And he'd throw in his card. So
Oh, my
I'm going, Artie,
Are you
Artie,
sure that was Artie? I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it was Artie a couple of times.
I wouldn't fold a pair of threes.
And then a couple of times you had a very big hand, and Artie didn't know how to bet. The dealer had to correct it, and he could have raised or gone all in.
Artie was hilarious on the show, and he just did
That's why I
such a
felt
solid
bad for
favorite.
Artie.
You felt bad for him?
Yeah, because he was working so hard at being funny and at making the show, entertaining.
Right.
That he barely was paying attention to his cards. He could have won a lot of money in that game.
Well, I did win.
It upset me.
I got what you call rivered a couple of times. One time by Norm.
Yes.
He pulled a flush.
He pulled a flush.
And you had two pairs.
But how about when Artie had Artie goes, I have a straight, but he had a flush. He didn't even know it because he's
There
so
were
busy.
some things. I think he was doing a character for comedic effect of a guy that had never played poker before.
I bet $100. All
right, here we raise you.
have another chance to push all your
500
chips
more.
in.
Another 500, I'll make it.
Okay, so he's raising you 500.
500 more.
Come on there, Pally.
I'm all in.
I'm sorry.
Now Norm is all in.
He's all in now. Woo! Now this is some action.
Now there's some action.
How much is Norm's all in?
I got you covered.
Well, he does have $1,000 chip, I think.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that
Well, he's still.
We'll
he's
just
still,
count it up
He
afterwards.
still have you covered, I think. So it would be all your chips. You want to call?
It looks like
So left out on
I
this
love
one.
doing this.
Yeah.
This is the hand of the show.
I just have an 8 high flush.
Oh, that's a little of it. That's a flush, and that's
Two pair.
pair.
Flush gonna take it.
No, I had a flush.
No, you have ace 8.
Oh fuck! That's not even near a flush. I kept saying, look, I hate Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
I don't like
It's called a meta game. He wants people
but
to
he
watch
says- at one
this, and
point he
then
says-
he's going to get all their money next time because they.
At one point he had a
think
high
doesn't-
flush and he didn't know it.
That was unusual.
Look, I play in a real game.
I know.
You know, so
you do
I don't know.
know.
What is this game, though?
I play in a game with a couple of guys I
And
used
what
to
do you
work.
play in that game?
We play 7-card stud. We play 5-card draw.
5-card draw.
I don't like Hold'em. because
Why don't you
I'll
like?
tell you why I
Why
like
don't
Hold'em.
you like 5-card draw?
Well,
Why did
people
you
don't
laugh
really
at Artie
play
for
it
saying
anymore.
Yeah,
Why not?
you see, Sam is into hipness.
Is this game
Ben
in black and
Affleck-
white?
Is 5-card
Is Maverick in the game?
Is 5-card draw a problem because, in other words, there's not that much skill
It's like
to
from
it?
the Old West. No, I think there's a lot of skill to it. I just don't. It's not really what. If you say poker nowadays, people think mostly Texas Hold'em.
Because Ben Affleck played it on Bravo. I'm very rebellious, and that's my problem. I don't like that it's
I'm
popular.
actually with Artie. I like the regular games.
You
I
like the
don't-
draw game.
Well,
I
the
like draw
stud
games.
is fine.
I love 7-card stud. I love 5-card stud. That's what we play in this game. To Hold'em to me is like
5-card stud.
Yeah, well, you could play 5-card stud.
5-card stud, you practically see the guy's hand.
Yeah, but on the other hand, the 5-card draw, you're the beauty of the game is figuring out this incomplete information, and when you're just somebody has 5 cards and they draw a couple. And
We also play a game called No Peek, which is a lot like
No Peek.
We play a game called No Peek, which is a lot like Hold'em.
That doesn't help your argument about this being a real.
I'm not going to win a verbal argument with you, Sam. You created the Norm Show. But so
Let's play some No Peek.
here's what No Peek is. Everybody gets everything. I know, but let me explain to the audience. Like everyone knew. You and John Elway went to Stanford. Everyone knows that. So listen. I'll explain No Peek for the people who don't know what it is, and I'll show you how it's like Hold'em.
You lick the card and you put it on your forehead facing out.
No, that's Injun.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's Injun. That's a good game too, but that's silly. All right. What No Peek is, everybody gets 7 cards dealt to them.
Face down?
Face down. All right? First guy, you ante up, whatever the ante is. First guy turns over a card. He's got a king. He bets based on the king.
Right.
Next guy turns over all his cards till he beats a king. So if he has a 10, a 2, then he gets another 10. Now he's got a pair of 10s. All right?
Yeah.
The pot gets enormous. And the juice you get as a degenerate is unbelievable. So now that guy's got 2 10s.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of skill. You don't have to.
Fuck skill, it's gambling, man.
Yeah, no, Artie, but that's not an art. That's
I
not
don't
a
give
skill.
a fuck about an art.
But you can't.
What's the biggest pot you've ever lost in No Peeky?
No Peeky.
$42,000.
But you can't bluff a guy out with No Peek.
I know, but I understand bluffing out. Listen,
Yeah, that's the fun
on
of poker.
Sam's show, and Sam's wrong. I wasn't trying to pretend like I always forget how to play
Right.
because I don't like it. And I'll tell you what.
You were really funny, and thank you for doing it.
Listen, and
So why don't you deal just one card to everybody?
I was
It's
being
the same
like,
thing.
No, it's not because the pot won't
Right.
get as big.
Why don't you just?
Well, guys, you're not getting me.
Why don't
The
you just-
pot won't get as big. You
Why
keep
don't you
betting on
all
every
put
fucking
a
card.
lot of money in
Well, why
at the
not bet on
beginning
whether
and
or
just
not-
deal one card
Why
to
not
everybody?
bet on when that light bulb will blow
I'll
out?
do that with you right now for 50 grand. I mean, listen. Here's the key to poker, right? Patience. Okay, but then it becomes like a job. In Hold'em, if the 2 cards you got are shit, you fold every fucking time.
No, you don't.
Listen,
You folded on good hands.
I know, Howard. I understand, and I was acting like a jerk off. I might have had a drink or
you
two.
were no because
But-
you were. I don't know. You were upset
Were you
or
drinking?
something.
I had a couple of drinks. Yeah, I was partaking in some shit at that point. And
You also ate a hamburger during the middle of the game.
because a hot chick was bringing me a hamburger. I had 8 of them. I ate her a hamburger just to talk to the broad.
Right.
And some of the chicks were smoking.
So, by the way, when you shoot your show,
no one
the show-
cares about me.
No, I get it. I hear it. We get it. We
I
get
know,
it.
but you don't get it because
We get it. You like a different game.
I know, but here's the thing. Sam is a professional poker player, practically. That Unabomber guy, Jennifer, Norm McDonald's almost a professional poker. Me and Attell play poker. So it's like, I'm not going to play one-on-one with Jordan for fucking $8 grand. I wanted to have a fun time, and I did. And Sam,
I agree
Sam
with
is
you.
my brother, and I thank you for the opportunity
What
to
you
be on
are
TV.
claiming, Artie, is that on Sam's show, it should have been you give everybody $50,000 of, let's say, fake money. They all play for charity.
No, that's
and
no
whoever
fun.
That's no fun?
No.
Well, what did you want?
I'll really lose my own money,
Right.
but I don't want to go into Sam.
Well,
But
you
it
can't
didn't.
have a game unless
You would rather go to a casino?
No, I'd rather it go to the American Dog Fund, wherever the fuck you
on
want.
your TV show, do you win most of the money on the show? Are you? Does it prove that you're?
We made a conscious effort not to keep track of the thing. I think I may have won. Did you see the one where we all go in blind?
No.
Oh, I lost a lot of money on one.
I was actually blind for that, though. Howard, let me explain Injun to you, because this is the funny.
No, we get. I know what that is. I know what Injun is. I've seen that.
Scott DePace likes to play.
All right,
that.
listen. Sam Simon. It's called Sam's Game.
David Tell plays Jeff Ross, the great Norm Macdonald, Jennifer Tilly, Phil Locke. Who else?
It's a lot of fun.
Artie Lang.
Ralph
played.
Ralph is on there?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
First
have to
of all, I
see
gotta-
that. Sam Simon, Sam's Game, premiering tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on Playboy TV. Sam, I wish you a lot of luck with the
Thank
TV
you.
show.
You would like this to go on. You had fun.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
Well, listen.
And people that played on it had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Listen.
I did, Sam.
Let me tell you something. If this is as big as The Simpsons, there's no telling how much money
I don't know.
Sam will
Can you
get.
syndicate
You never
this?
know.
Do you rerun it?
You could watch. I have a feeling this is another Simpsons.
Sounds like this might be the same magic. It has
could
the same
be.
components.
You never know.
You know, Barry, by the way, Barry Diller.
JD liked it.
Barry Diller said to me just the other night, he said, you know what? There's no way Sam's show can work. So, we ordered how many episodes of this?
Sam, I told you not to do it. Can I get $100 million if it works?
In fact, Jennifer Tilly herself said this was a bad idea. And you know that's lucky. Sam Simon on Sam's Game, premiering tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on Playboy TV. Check it out. See if you have some fun hanging with Sam and his card game and friends. And it's a lot of good times and a lot of hot chicks on there, too, from the Playboy channel.
Brandy Roderick.
Brandy Roderick. Beautiful girl.
Yeah.
I sat next to her, Howard.
Beautiful girl.
Talk about why I couldn't concentrate.
Right.
But she's also like really cool.
Yeah,
she's
whatever.
a lot of fun.
Very nice, very nice.
That's what
she
I
actually
hear.
was very nice. But
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
trying to play poker. I'm drunk. I got a playmate next to me. Yeah, 2 threes. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah. I felt bad for Artie. I feel like you bamboozled him.
There were a
because
lot of obstacles there.
he was busy trying to be funny. He was busy trying to hit on Brandy Roderick.
Did you see when he hugged that girl?
When he hugged that girl, I thought they were going to arrest him.
What girl did I hug? I don't even remember.
You hugged a
doing
girl.
it.
You got in her space. You
Which
shouldn't
girl?
have. There was a girl sitting there.
Not
Stacy.
Stacy.
No.
Not
Is he
Brandy.
like a masher on him?
Yeah.
Am I like a masher? No, Robin. I was on there like William F. Buckley.
But anyway, it's a fun show. It actually is.
Yeah. It was so much fun to be out there with Sam and play, and with guys like Ross and Attell and Norm and Sam. It was great.
That's right. And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Playboy Channel, Sam Simon, Sam's Game, premiering tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on Playboy TV.
You made the point that Sam has the ability to hire trainers and go about things in his own slow way and doesn't have to train a dog and keep it from peeing on his floor and stuff like that.
Listen, I could spend thousands of dollars and get a trainer and do all that stuff. I don't feel like doing that. I'd rather spend that money on the golf course. Thank you.
Do you think this is indicative of how Howard has changed over the years as he's gotten more money and he's siding more with celebrities and their way of doing things?
He's definitely getting more liberal, more the I've got enough money, so now I can be, more liberal in my ways. And I think maybe Beth is swaying him, with the dog stuff. But I love my dog and I would never hurt it. But just because I smack her on the ass, she gets the message and that's it. It works.
Do you think there's a certain smugness about Sam, the way he goes about making his points? Because it seems like if he were able to present his point in a nicer way or a more constructive way, you might be willing to listen to him.
I'm not really willing to listen to anyone around here, so I don't think anything he could say in any way would sway me unless he... if someone said, hey, I'll train your dog for free, I'd say, all right, fine, you going to pick her up too? Maybe, but... listen, when you do something and it works, my whole life I've had dogs, my whole life I've done it this way, my whole life it's worked. Suddenly there's a bunch of idiots in there going to tell me a new way and that's the only way? It's not true.
And they're also trying to paint Cookie as like an abused dog, when in fact she's probably a very happy and well-adjusted dog.
You know what she did this morning? I sat on the couch as I was making my coffee to get ready for work, and she comes up on my lap and just starts rolling all around and cuddling, and she's a great dog. So she loves me. This is just a bunch of liberal spin on how to raise your animal, and it's just horrible.
Sam, was it good to? Did you enjoy confronting Scott today about the animal rights issues and stuff like that?
This is, I mean, we were having fun in there, but people shouldn't hit their dogs.
Do you think your comparison to Hitler was a little harsh?
No, I think it's completely appropriate. I think his politics are driven by the same lack of empathy and selfishness that Adolf Hitler had. No, I don't think it. I mean, obviously he's not Hitler, but I think it's apropos.
Do you see any bit of his point that maybe tapping a dog on the butt is a little different than abuse or than really making your dog fearful of you, and it's more so a quick disciplinary act rather than trying to instill fear in the dog?
There's all sorts of theories about dog training. It seems to be that positive reinforcement works the best.
Right.
So, dogs figure it out. They train themselves. Most of the time. Hitler, I apologize for that.
I'll say it. Scott's an animal. Scott's Hitler. I think Sam should hit Scott like Scott hits his dog. See if he could train him. See if he could get him in line.
If you were my dog, I'd like use a
Guys, can we not block up the hall? Like,
shut up!
Could you move out of there, please?
Scott, discipline Ronnie. Discipline Ronnie.
Could you not block up the hall? No. Why do you always have to do interviews right in the middle of the
Ben Ronnie.
I don't get it.
This is a show.
This is work right here.
But you're blocking two entrances here. You can't fucking move over there.
Scott's standing right here.
Yeah.
Hit him on the ass. Come on, hit him on the ass.
Fuck yeah.
Get him.